Okay, and they're all individually owned.
Correct.
Or handfuls, yeah.
And we're
Wow, there's a lot of stores. What is the benefit, other than marketing, of the
buying groups?
The buying group? Okay.
It is the pricing. They pre-negotiate all kinds of.
Right.
Makes us more competitive.
Of course. And are you?
Yes.
Most of the time?
Mm-hmm.
Who's your biggest competitor down there, big guys?
Home Depot and Lowe's. Home Depot.
Is Carpet Exchange down there?
No. No, but I heard they're coming to town.
Is he only in Denver right now? Carpet Exchange, Mark?
Carpet Exchange is, they have like in
Say it again.
All over the Denver metro, right?
Yeah, Boulder, Denver. I think they've got 11 or 12 stores. Fort Collins, I believe, as well.
Just grab me some.
Hey, Daff, are we on?
Yes.
Daff, get on Google, please.
And what else?
Our man Steve over here is in a band. They play like 4 times a week, man. Like, you know, a real deal band.
Where?
Oh, we play all over from Hofbrau to Tailgate to, you know, all the clubs around town. There's about 10 to play at.
What do you
these
play?
days. I'm the drummer and singer.
Drummers don't sing.
This one does.
Let's hear some of it.
What bands ever had truly drummers that sang lead?
You mean, lead? No one that I know.
And so I hear that on a regular basis, and everyone's like, "Oh, I
Do you
can't
sing
believe
lead?
you, I can't believe you sing lead and play like that." And I always think to myself, "Well, it's the same as playing guitar." And,
No, not quite the same.
I think it's the same, but only because I've been
Well,
doing
your
it for
feet
so
are
long.
going too, though.
Yeah.
You've got 4 limbs a moving.
But when you,
And the head.
just like anything, when you've done it your whole life,
He agrees with you, though, that Ringo was just a joke.
I mean,
Well, Ringo was, I mean, he wasn't a great drummer as far as a technician, but he was a really good, just rock solid, you know, just that kind of guy. I mean, he wasn't, you know.
He likes the Monkees a lot better.
He didn't
yeah,
like
he's already trying to throw me under the bus.
He didn't like The World on Fire, but Ringo wasn't terrible. I mean, there are skilled
Hey,
drummers,
let's
and
face
then there are
it,
good
he's
drummers,
fucking
and then there
successful
are,
as it gets. He killed it.
but the best of the best, you know, like, you know, Buddy Rich.
Of course, and I got to see him before he died.
So did I.
And
I did a story on
absolutely
Lars Ulrich.
astounding.
And
You're smart.
there were so many of them. My God, my God.
Oh, hey, Joe, we want to have you come. Yeah, did he just call you?
I used to go to drum clinics all the time. There were some really good drummers. There's David Erskine. Like, nondescript guy, you'd think, what the hell is he giving a drum clinic for? But man, is he good. He
How many
was
did
a
they?
drummer
How many
for,
did they give you?
I know we know the bands. I'm forgetting the names there. I went to some astounding drum clinics where people were just outrageously talented. Let's see. Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere where we are taking on the day by solving your problems. And all you have to do is call us. Or you can write to us at help@troubleshooter.com. We are live on YouTube, live on Facebook, live on the iHeartRadio app, locally in Denver on KHOW, our flagship, and elsewhere, wherever you find us, along with podcasts. Welcome. You can call 24/7 if you're not listening, Monday through Friday, Mountain Time, from 10 in the morning till 1, and soon to be more. If you're not listening, then during those times, you can still call 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466, and get some help. And if you write to us, help@troubleshooter.com, we'll get to you as well. We have 3 people today, in fact, that we have called back. We're going to get right to, okay? And then I'm going to introduce our special guest today from the referral list. But right now, Steve has an urgent problem. Let's talk about Steve's problem. Steve, it's Monday. It's a short week. Is this going to be easy or hard?
For me, it feels very hard.
What is happening?
I had a concrete driveway and sidewalk put in May of 2018.
May, okay.
When the workers were removing the forms at a corner, the worker hit the form with his hammer twice in one direction, and then it's in a corner, and then he hit his hammer on the other side of the form twice, and it caused a crack in the wet cement.
Oh, a crack in wet cement?
Yes.
How does like it was semi-dry or what?
It was semi-dry. Dry enough that if you
Does it have fiber or rebar in it?
There's supposed to be a wire mesh.
Were these walls?
No, it's a driveway.
Oh, you said that, I guess. I'm sorry.
Right,
How
right.
thick? How thick?
It's supposed to be the thickness of a 2x4, which is 3 3/4 inches.
Why did you use a 2x4 as an example? Is that what he told you?
Yes, that's what he provided. Yes.
Okay, and you have that on contract. And where was there was a crack because he hit the... I've never heard of that happening before, but okay, he hit the form, and where did the crack form?
It went diagonally from the corner towards the entrance to the garage.
Okay, guys, think about that. Have you ever heard of that? And how big is this crack?
Right now, it is a 1/4 inch wide.
I just have never heard of a 1/4 inch wide. It must have been pretty dry then, and basically he just broke off the corner. I mean, what you're talking about is wet concrete would fill itself in or be more pliable. How wet was it?
It's an inside corner, not an outside corner. It's an inside corner, and it was dry enough that when he took the form off of the cement, removed it from the side, the concrete stayed in the position, but the crack appeared in the...
Okay, so does the crack go all the way through to the substrate?
It did, and now let me...
Wait a minute, how does a crack... I don't even understand how that's possible. But okay, so you could put a file or a screwdriver all the way through and hit the ground underneath.
At first you could not. He came out and... Now, this happened the day that he did it. I called him up. Well, first off, let me say, the worker that was there that did it, I asked him if he was going to fix it, and he did not verbally reply. He shook his head a little bit in the no direction.
Well, I just want to ask, what have they done? I don't care about anything leading up to it. What has been done on the corner?
It's been ground out, and epoxy has been put in the very bottom of the crack.
Okay.
And the top has never been filled in.
But all you have to do is fill it in, right?
That's what I would hope would happen.
Do you have any photographs?
Yes, I did send them.
Do we have photographs,
email, so
Suzanne?
I know they're there.
Let's look for them. Hold on, Steve. Hold on.
Put them up on our Facebook, too, so we can see them, Dan.
We're going to put them up. Brad, he has a very interesting call. Brad, we'll be back to you, Steve. Brad, you're talking about your property tax appeal. Usually first round, you always, well, not always. You get some adjustment sometimes. Well, let's put it this way, Mark. On the first round, you usually get some adjustment, don't you?
I never have not.
Yeah. So then as you go up the ladder, you get more and more successful, actually. So what happened with you?
We did not receive any adjustment on the first
What
round.
county? Or was it?
Arapahoe.
Arapahoe County. Your tax valuation was what?
Was 900. What they are saying is $935,700. That has gone up 26% since we've lived here for
now,
3
Brad,
years.
what I need to know is, how did you contest it?
We contested it through
Their website?
Yeah, and the website.
Okay, how did you do it, though? Did you just say, I disagree?
The reason was that the comps are not comparable.
That was your reasoning.
Correct.
Did you provide, oh, no, wait, did they rejected it because they said your comps were not?
The comps that they provided is what I was protesting.
Okay, and what did they say in their denial? Anything?
No, they did not. Your appeal for evaluation was received
And denied.
There
They
will
might
be
do
no
that.
change to
Listen,
your current value.
okay, but that doesn't mean anything. You can go to the second level.
Well, the other issue is his house might be worth whatever they're saying.
No, that's true, but he can still go up the ladder. It's not going to cost him anything.
Yes, we probably have the smallest house in the neighborhood. Yeah, we bought a fixer-upper in a decent neighborhood with a couple of acres for
All right, so here's the bottom line.
son.
You're calling for what reason? Because this is not unusual, so what are you calling about?
You had mentioned a couple of years ago on your show that there were certain things that you can mention in your appeal that would help.
Yes.
I can't remember what
One
you
is
said.
to make sure that the data file they have is accurate. That's the first thing. In other words, square footage, number of bathrooms, all the basics, right? That's the very first thing. Get the basics. The next thing you need to do is then see that they applied the comps. So the two biggest deals are the facts, the data file, and then the comps. Now,
I've asked you this before. Have you ever heard of someone appealing and then it goes up because the county figures out, hey, it's worth more than we even said?
Yes, it has happened. Yes, it has. Now, so you have to go out. I don't know. This is not unusual. Some people say they want to see how serious you are, and they automatically turn you down the first time. Others say you get some kind of an adjustment. It depends on who you ask. But I think just protesting gets you in the system, and then you can go up the ladder, and that's what you do. And I don't even think they looked at your comps. If you want to know the truth, I don't think they looked at them. Now, did you make sure you had comparable comps? That's what comps stand for.
I've driven around to these comps, and they're nothing like my house.
Meaning they're better or worse?
Oh, much better.
Are they the same model, though?
No. You have to get comps now. Just saying their comps are not good will not get you it. You have to go out now and find comps on your own.
I think what he's saying, though, is these other homes, he bought a fixer-upper, and his house is just,
it's smaller. It's
somewhat,
right. We all sometimes, we get into a situation where we have purchased in the neighborhood, and we benefit from the neighborhood, but we are slightly overvalued. By the way, Steve, I know you have an urgent problem, and your driveway and all that. What I don't understand is you're suing them and they're suing you back. I don't understand. What are they suing you for, Steve, with the concrete corner?
The rest of the driveway has continued to deteriorate.
In what way?
The surface is completely falling off. It's crumbling off.
Spalling and the one crack. How much did you pay for this job?
$5,838.
Did you pay it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you're trying to get that money back?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and why are they suing you back?
As far as I can tell, it's because I did 2 Better Business Bureau complaints. I called.
But what are they suing you about?
Okay, let me pull up the exact.
Hold on, and we'll talk about this. I'm not going to give you legal advice, but I'll tell you what I would do, and I know what our attorneys have told us in the past, and I know what happens when people do this. It's a SLAP lawsuit. There is a legal name for it, a SLAP, and it stands for suits something against public interest, and it's been really what it means is people get mad and they file a suit against you. Now, in some states, if somebody files a SLAP lawsuit, there's anti-SLAP legislation that allows for you to collect attorney's fees. Not in Colorado right now, but it's still a good thing to look at. I want to see what they're suing you for.
Tom, I have no back lines. So I need, you can see it. The only line I have is 10, so if you just want to make sure you pay attention to that, okay?
When you say the only line to call out...
I can't receive calls or make calls on 6, 7, or 8.
But you can't write on there either?
I can write on them, I can't use the line.
All right, gotcha.
Okay, all right.
Less than a year.
Oh, I'm sure the judge is going to see this his way for sure.
Okay, guys, quiet, cool, coming up. Quiet, cool, coming up.
Oh, we took the phones off.
Dan, have you used air conditioner in this real extreme heat?
Not yet.
Not at all. Why? No, why? No,
He just
but
literally
how?
answered.
Well,
Okay, how?
it's gotten only to 74 degrees.
Are you kidding me?
On the inside, yeah.
Whole house fans? I was just talking to Dan. You know, in all this heat, his house has not gotten above 74, just sitting there because he uses this whole house fan. I love mine, QCcolorado.com. Quiet Cool it stands for, Quiet Cool. It's a whole house fan, and really, it's wonderful. And they call it quiet because it's remote mounted with a small duct to a small grill in your ceiling on the top floor. And I have saved a ton of money, I'm surmising, because I've been using my air conditioner about half the time to 1/3 the time. And this heat that we've just had, I only had my air conditioner on about 10% of the day. I used the whole house fan to really extract or to dispel, to get rid of the hot air in the attic, and then it pulls cool air through the house and evens out the temps. You need to call them to find out more. This is unbelievable. In an installation, an hour or less, and no digging through the walls for wires. It's all remote controlled. 720-398-4510. 720-398-4510.
It's amazing. A lot of people in the wintertime, they want their house at 74. In the summertime, they want it at 68.
Isn't that funny?
Yes.
In the winter, you can. I know it's. I've often made that argument that why is 78 in the winter comfortable?
Some people
but
are
in-
78, that's hot.
No. They like it. No, not 78. I'm sorry. 68 to 70. Well, that
We run 69 or 68 in the winter for the heater.
I can't do that. Stephanie would go nuts. I have to
Too
go.
hot or too cold?
No, she wants it warm. She loves the house warm.
Oh my God! I fact went
I turn the heat. The highest I turn the heat on is 74, but I turn it to 74.
I would never do that.
What about the bedroom?
What do you do
That's
for
what
your?
I
You do like a cool, right?
What do you do
She
for your
doesn't.
AC?
For AC, she wants to let it get up to 76.
No way.
That's what
Oh,
she
that's
wants.
not bad. Actually, we set ours at 76.
I set mine at 74 when I'm there. When I'm not there, I set it to 80 because when I get back with the whole house fan, it just throws everything out.
Yeah.
See, you don't have to keep things like at an even thing with a whole house fan. You just let it heat up all at once. Who gives a shit? Because in 5 minutes, it's all the same. It's all out of there. So no more of this keeping that crap going all day. I love these whole house fans. I absolutely love them.
As long as you got a basement.
Daphne.
Now, why do you say that?
Well, I shouldn't say that
Daphne.
because it'll still work, but you can only open your windows at night.
Are you listening? Message
Otherwise,
me.
you pull in hot air.
Did she go already?
I don't think they'd work in Arizona.
Right, they don't have basements in Arizona.
Not only that, it's
Did
too
Daphne
fucking
leave?
hot.
It stays hot at night.
Even their basement would
When
be
we got
hot.
here, she
Stays
had
hot at
something.
night. Well,
to go do.
no. I'll bet you if they had a basement, it would still be cooler.
Maybe a little, but the difference between 100 and
I
110,
decided-
you're still going to turn your AC on.
I don't think they're ground to be 100 yet.
You don't think
Just
so?
as usual.
It's amazing. You'd be surprised.
Why do people say hot as hell then, Dan? What's wrong with you?
No, as you go deeper, it does get hotter.
You know, John, there's certain things in life you'll witness one time that'll blow your mind. You've never seen it, you never thought of it, you don't know how they do it. He has got one talent. And one talent only. He can look at your shoes most of the time and tell you where you got your shoes. Now, imagine being born with a stupid talent like that. Can you do his?
Suzanne, I thought you were going to tell them not to do this to guests anymore.
Yep.
You can tell?
Look at these
Better
these
watch.
juvenile morons.
It's incredible.
I'll buy it for
Can
you.
you do our
Juvenile
other
morons.
guest? Is it possible?
Get 2 for 1?
A twofer? Nah, usually the rock guy. Drummers? You've never done a drummer. He's done lots of carpet guys.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't do carpet.
You do know?
The drummer doesn't do carpet.
No, he does. So,
Where do you play?
this guy can tell you both where you got your
You got a
shoes.
favorite
Is
house
that not
where-
incredible?
Probably off brow
Yes.
up at 92nd and Sheridan.
I got another guy in there.
So, what kind of music? Just classic rock?
We
here
cool
in
our
the
house with
States,
a smoke clear.
Yes.
Or
In
you?
the States,
Like
yes.
smoke
In the States, what do you mean? Like you tour all
It gives
the way?
it a
We
humanity.
have,
What do you
more
play?
human
we have albums
it is,
out in Europe
less-
and Japan.
Are they doing well?
Yeah, we just got a record
Is it?
deal
Go, go,
last
go.
year.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Let's introduce one of our guests today, John Martinez. They have Carpet One Floor and Home on the referrals, referrals.com, down in Colorado Springs. Family Carpet One. Oh, on Longmont. I'm sorry, Longmont. We had one in Colorado. We have they're down there too. But Family Carpet One Longmont.com. Now, Carpet One is a big buying group. A group of stores are all individually owned. So, John, you own this. How long you been in the biz?
50 years.
Oh my God, really? What
Yes.
you got in pretty young then, right? Is that first thing and only thing you did?
Put myself through college doing floors.
And then you got to college, graduated, and decided I'm staying with floors.
Yeah.
Wow. Floors have really changed. What is your favorite change in the industry?
The fact that it's gotten more professional, that it's no longer a installer turned store owner. We have more educated public, and so you have to respond to that.
What about in product? What are you most excited about?
Like everybody else, luxury vinyl.
I know it. Luxury vinyl tile or planks, as you call them. They're wonderful. I don't know why people just don't get them. Everybody. I mean, I don't know if I'd ever do wood again.
Yep. The problem with them is they last too long.
For you
Quite frankly,
guys.
yes.
Yeah, they're bulletproof. 303-713-TALK. Now, he's with Family. Well, do you call it Family Carpet One?
Yes, because 5 family members work there.
Okay, but the franchise, or it's not really a franchise, it's a buying group, right?
Correct.
It's a Carpet One. So are you able to compete with Lowe's and Home Depot?
Very efficiently. That's the benefit of the 1,200 store buying group.
Good. Family, carpet1longmont.com. And welcome, by the way, people. We love having you on board, and we're going to get right to Steve again, who I think I asked him what he's being sued for. Now, John, you're in the business. I want you to comment through the show. I'm also going to introduce our other referral list member, but feel free to comment on these business things. First of all, if you were installing a slab and you cracked the corner, I don't think I'd redo the whole thing. I would be, although, as a customer, I would be so pissed. I sprung for a whole slab and now the corner breaks off. They grind it and fix it, and yes, theoretically, you can make that fix, where it's not going to break again. But I don't know. What do you think? What would you do? Would you do the whole thing over? It's hard to say.
It is very hard to say.
Now, with carpeting, if you do wall-to-wall and it's throughout the house, you can, if you had to, patch in an area, right? But
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Do people ever... I don't know, man. It's just weird. What would you do, Mark? Would you re-pour the whole thing?
Well, not the entire driveway. It looks like he could just redo that one square.
Let me see it.
But the
Oh,
spalding...
is it up on our Facebook feed?
The spalding is really bad.
This is the worst spalling I've ever seen.
Now, spalling is something where the surface is crumbling, and yeah, that should be redone. There are other people who do things like this. They not spray it, but they hard wash it or bead blast it, get it all off, and then epoxy coat it. I don't know if that would work on this. But anyway, Steve, you're suing this guy, and he's suing you back. Is that right?
That is correct.
All right. So you
Yep.
paid him $5,800. You're obviously asking for it back because it's useless to you, right?
That is correct. Yes.
And what is he suing you for? Because of some negative stuff? I need to know exactly what he's suing you for.
I'm going to read it. On one or more occasions, plaintiff has caused harm and damages to the reputation of Mr. Cabrales and the concrete company, resulting in damages. Plaintiff has made false statements of facts about the concrete company.
Now, there's a difference. I want you to know something, and I want to tell everyone this. When you criticize people, if you make it an opinion, there is no inaccuracy, and it's protected. If you make it a fact, I know for a fact they stole my diamond ring. You better know that, because then you are accusing someone. So what are the facts that they're accusing you of having false?
What are the facts?
Did they put it in the complaint?
Oh, the plaintiff published and or communicated these statements to third persons.
What statements?
That he...
No,
he
Steve, in the lawsuit, are they literally quoting you?
No.
Okay. In a lawsuit that does not specify your breach, it's more or less anger, in my opinion. And what I'm saying is, if they said on or about this date, Steve posted this that said, it is false. I mean, they're just saying you've made several false statements resulting in damages. Now I'm just giving you some opinions based on all the cases I've seen, not legal opinions based on court precedent. But I will say that I have never seen one of these go anywhere ever when it comes to general overall, they cause me damages. Because they have, do you realize what they have to do? They have to take each and every claim and prove it. They have to show damages, that their revenue year to date is not where it should be, and that they have lost specific sales due to your comments. They can't just say, oh, well, he made bad comments and it damaged us. They have to show the damage. They have to show it. I mean,
that's what I thought.
Now, here's the unfortunate part. If they have more money than you and they're angry and they want to sue you, to defend yourself will cost a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
It will. So if they offer a settlement like take down the comments, a lot of people are being browbeaten into taking down the comments.
Yeah, but this is small claims. They're going to probably go to arbitration first and come up with something. But if not, you end up in front of the judge. I mean, who cares?
And by the way, in small claims court, $7,500 is the max. Wait, are they suing you in small claims court? I'm assuming they are.
Countersuing.
Yes, they are.
All right.
They are.
Well, listen, if I was being sued like that, I would now... There is no discovery in small claims court.
No,
right?
the judge is going to see through this crap.
What I would do,
look at those pictures.
I would say, here's what I would say, Your Honor, on the countersuit. I'd like to see what sales they have lost directly attributed to my statements. That's what you ask.
And
directly
what were your
attributed.
statements out of curiosity?
And then you have a right to cross-examine whatever evidence they bring in.
Okay.
And here's the other thing. I think they're just angry. And, you know, if that concrete is that bad, what's the name of this company? We should let people know.
It is The Concrete Company. That's the name.
The Concrete, we should call them as well and give them a chance to comment. Do they realize they have this terrible spalling?
Yes, he took pictures.
And what do they say about it?
He took pictures. He told me he was going to get reimbursement from his insurance company and from the concrete
There's
company.
no insurance company that reimburses for that.
No, but
sounds like a line of crap right there.
So wait a minute.
He blamed the concrete.
It could be.
Right, but he blamed the actual concrete company.
Mostly the finishing, but even if it is, he has to take care of it. If you put down bad floor covering, I don't know how you feel about this at Family Carpet 1 in Longmont. If you had a defective floor, well, wouldn't you go after the manufacturer and do it for the consumer?
I would, but if the manufacturer fails to back it up, which we're in the middle of one right now, we're on the line. We have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a lifetime labor guarantee.
You do?
Yes.
Well, we also have in the studio another referralist member, the Wall Rebuilders. I cannot tell you how many calls we get. People need drywall and plaster repair, especially plaster. In an old home, and how many, what would you say still is out there? How many, what percentage, 10, 20, I mean, that still have walls that if they break a hole through, it's not drywall. You can't just patch it with drywall. Would you say 20%?
I would say at least that. Yeah, downtown.
What year did drywall start?
About the 50s. Actually, drywall initially was a backing for plaster.
Oh,
it
really?
It started as button board, and that's what we used to actually lay the plaster over.
Okay.
And then at some point, they changed their mind on that and decided why.
Okay, now, if plaster is over drywall, before that it was over lats and wire. If it's over drywall, is it directly over drywall?
Yes. Yeah,
so can't you just put in regular drywall then?
So that's what it's become.
Can you just take the plaster off?
Certainly.
Do you do that as a company, or do you patch the existing?
So it depends. We do a lot of historic homes downtown.
And you keep it exactly.
Yes, and they want.
But are there people, if people wanted to, they're tired of the plaster, putting up photos and all that, or pictures, they're just tired of it. So, can they knock off the top layer and refinish the drywall underneath?
Yes, or another option to that is an overlay, where we'll go in and actually put sheetrock over the plaster that's existing.
Do you have to knock down the plaster at all to do that, because it might be waving?
Yeah, if it's in bad shape, we'll take out any loose spots or anything that does have a wave in it.
Doesn't plaster fascinate you? It does me. I can't believe they took the time to do that in the day. And anyway, you can repair existing plaster, though.
Yes.
303-713-TALK. They're called the Wall Rebuilders. What a good name, right? Okay, we got more coming right up.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 K-House and iHeart.
Little commercials here and there. Okay.
This report is sponsored by QCColorado.com.
God, that guy's hitting hard. QC Colorado.
I'd like to almost see what the arbitrator says on that one.
On which one?
The one that he's doing on the concrete. It's a terrible concrete job.
That's unbelievable to me.
It's terrible. It's seriously the worst falling job anybody sent a picture into us.
And Steve, feel free to comment as well.
He said he's watched them put water in.
Have you got the picture up?
Yep.
I'm gonna see it.
That's what happens. They order it one way.
So but also that sidewalk is like that, and then over on this side is like that too. And then this is the crack. That's the crack. That's right there. So he probably could cut the thing out there and fix that crack. But like I say, that's falling. I mean that's bad.
Okay, guys, I'm doing a spot. Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ. That's the name of the clinic started by Dr. Kent Lawson. He used to do regular orthodontics. Now he does the new orthodontics. He pioneered this. He wrote books. He is world known for this in the orthodontic world. First of all, regular orthodontics out the window with him. That takes 6 or 7 years and costs thousands and thousands of dollars. He can make your kids' teeth straight. You get them in early. They wear mouthpieces that gradually widen their palate and straighten their teeth about 20 to 30% of the time. They never need braces. And when they do get braces, it's for a shorter period of time. The whole process is cheaper. I have 2 kids right now doing it, and they're having extraordinary results, and I'm paying for both children $240 a month. That's for both children combined. It's a wonderful deal. 303-690. Now listen, I want you to call this if you're interested in this, and they also do it for adults a little more aggressively over a 2-year period. 303-690-0400. New Early Orthodontics, or the New Orthodontics. 303-690-0400.
You're good.
Thanks. You know, Mark, what would you do if you paid $525 to evaluate the instrument? So I put it back in, it didn't work. I took it out, got a new one, put it in. I'm never having a problem. It has to be the instrument. Would you want your contestant? They won't give me my money back. They said, we evaluated it, we can't help it. It burned in, it was perfect. And it wasn't perfect.
I'd contest it.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Go to 10, though. Get that guy handled so we're done with that one.
Who is it?
It's Joe with the TV dinner, or TV dinner.
Okay.
Jennifer's windshield dinner.
Windshield dinner.
So anyway, I'm so happy everything's working, but that pissed me off. It took me so many hours and hours.
Just text your zip code to 37,000. Got arthritis?
Did you read this thing on Humans to Choose Your Own Children's Sex? This is pretty interesting shit, man.
Oh, you mean before they're born?
Yeah, new tech to choose baby gender.
Okay, no, that's going on big time.
It's huge, man.
What about...
genetically stamping out cancer and shit?
Well, they're genetically putting tall genes in people with short genes.
Yeah. I see no issue with it, honestly.
You are going to have genetically modified children.
I think
now, here's what's weird. The same people doing that are the people who hate genetically modified food.
Really?
Well, think about it.
That's plumlineservices.com.
Yes.
I didn't realize how many cattle they kill. Did you know they kill a lot of men or a lot of
You mean
male
the
cattle?
embryos?
No. When they're born,
Why?
they're gone.
Why?
Because I guess they're useless in some aspects, depending on what kind of farming you do.
No.
You want all female.
They just kill the little babies.
That's what it says.
What?
And it costs money to kill them, of course.
Why wouldn't they at least use the meat or whatever?
I guess if you had a dairy farm, I mean, why the hell would you want any milk?
They still can make meat out of it.
Well,
I don't know. Out of what? This? What are they going to make?
What this?
When they're born.
So
What the hell are you going to
So their
do
logic
with that?
is over
When
the
they're
course
born,
of a
they're bigger than
lifetime,
that.
it
How
big
costs
are
you
they?
X amount of dollars to feed that
That's
animal.
like the damn
that it's
raccoon
just
I had
worth
in the
at the end.
backyard.
But that still doesn't make any sense.
You thought a cow was born that
it's
big?
like
I don't know. How big do you think it is?
I've seen them.
Well, I guess that's veal. How long do they keep them to have good veal?
oh, veal is.
I would think they keep.
Don't tell me you don't like veal.
I love it.
Okay.
I think they
Mark.
keep with the age of veal.
Okay, but I don't like the idea of it. No,
Well, that's fine.
I'm a hypocrite. I mean, I don't hunt.
Well, I don't go out and
I love
I don't go out and kill
venison, but I can't kill a deer. That doesn't mean I don't eat it. I mean, I do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Eat it. No one kills it.
I mean,
Well,
I
some
just.
does.
But the veal, they keep it with dark, feed it milk, and they.
Oh, it's all kinds of shit.
Then they rub it, massage it.
No, that's
No, that's
the wild
Kobe.
goat.
That's Kobe beef. Right?
Kobe or wild?
Hey, how about Kobe veal, baby?
There's no such thing, is there?
I don't know. Sounds good to me.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. This hour brought to you by, I'll give you three guesses, Mark. This hour brought to you by
Frank Duran, the
realestateman.com. When I say the best of the best, I mean it, because he runs his business as if everyone he's dealing with is family, and as if, he's being watched at all times. He's such an honest, good guy. And 303-920-1622, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Now, some people are better on the buying, some people are better on the selling. They're the same. He's done both for me. Great deals. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Okay, listen. We have two guests in the studio from the referral list. They're businessmen. They're going to chime in. Family Carpet One in Longmont, and the Wall Rebuilders. The whole metro area guy? Yeah, thank you. Steve Stutz is with the Wall Rebuilders. If you have any questions for these guys, you can ask them directly as well. I want to go to Joe. This is a follow-up. Joe, this is a funny story, right? You go to get a windshield replaced by your insurance company, specifically because you saw an ad, right, Joe?
That's correct.
And the ad said what? Roughly, a free dinner.
Free Texas Roadhouse dinner for two with insurance installation.
Yeah.
New windshields starting $157.77. They say it, we do it.
Anyway, so
No switch.
you had the windshield done, no complaints with the actual windshield, and then you asked for this dinner, and what happened?
Well, I got all kinds of runaround, different excuses. The install was May 11th, and until I called your program last week, I got no response.
So we called them.
Suzanne.
We called them. Suzanne called them. They hung up on her. She was just saying, hey, could you explain blah, blah, blah. We always call to get people's side of the story. Now, I want to tell businesses, we never penalize businesses for not coming on the air. In fact, we don't penalize them if they say we'd rather not talk about it. We'll deal with the consumer directly. But when they don't even listen and hang up, bad sign. So Mark called. Same thing, right, Mark? Or what? What happened? Or somebody else called, hung up. So we have something we call going to war. What we mean is, and really I mean this, I believe when companies know this is not isolated, this is not in the dark, people are actually listening. That's what the review process has done for us online. It gives people a voice. So we said, okay, people, just let them know you heard about them on the Martino Show. And that's all we're asking. Don't be rude. Don't be obnoxious. But I think the more and more people that realize this is a real deal, people hear about it, and people make buying decisions, something will happen. Well, anyway, they told some of the people, we don't care. They told other people, well, they don't have the whole story. And through other people, we found out they're claiming that they don't even know if Joe was a customer and that Joe has absolutely no proof that they offered that. And so, Mark, what did you find?
Well, I called Joe up. I said, hey, send me your receipt literally within 45 seconds. It was sent over to me. His name, Joe's, on there. And there was actually a business card stapled to it.
And what did it say?
It said, free steak dinner with purchase of the windshield.
And
right on it.
It said it right on their business card. They brag about it so much. And so, Mark, what happened then?
Well, the good news is...
But what happened? Did you call the guy and say, look, here's the receipt?
No, he left a couple messages. He was one of these guys. Yeah, you know how this goes. The first message he left, he was going to sue us, and he was going to do this, and he was going to do that, and blah,
Then
blah,
they
blah.
usually attack me.
Yeah, then the next message was, we're going to get this handled. So I called this morning. I talked to the owner. The good news, he has, quote, taken care of whoever was hanging up on people. I don't know what that means.
Oh, good.
But
good.
she is out of the picture, apparently.
Yeah, she was really a you-know-what.
And then I'll let Joe tell you the other good news.
Okay, what's the other good news, Joe?
So Saturday morning when I picked up our mail, there was a thank you note with two $25 gift cards to Texas Steakhouse or Steak.
Yeah, Texas Roadhouse. You know what? They didn't have to go through this for that. So I'm glad, though, you got it.
Well, so add it to another...
Add it to our total. Hundreds of millions of dollars in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services. And by the way, Mark and I would like to join you, so just save those certificates. We like ribeye.
You got it, but thanks to you and your team. You guys do a great job.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Actually, Mark, you know what Mark's favorite is? Is it the tomahawk? What is that? That big giant
I ordered
steak?
that once on New Year's. It's ginormous.
Giant steak with the bone in it, so it looks like a tomahawk.
Yeah.
And where did you get that? Anyway, one of the places.
Shanahan's, probably.
Shanahan's. You know, as steakhouses go, do you think they're all the same?
I do not. My favorite straight steakhouse is Del Frisco's, has been forever.
Really?
Yep. Now
I think they're great. I just don't know if there's really such a giant difference.
A great high-end restaurant that has more than steak. It has the best pork chop I have ever had in my life. Perry's. Oh my God, is that pork chop unbelievable?
But it's actually
it's enough to feed the table.
Don't you always take it home?
We usually split one.
Oh my God.
And we still take some home.
Anyway, we're back to what we talked about before, and I don't want to keep going back, but what is our final information for Steve? I think he has enough evidence to show the concrete sucks. I would get an expert opinion as well.
He's overthinking it. When he shows up in front of this judge, he's going to show those pictures. They're going to come on and say, hey, you know, he said bad things, we lost business. They don't have a counterclaim, in my opinion. They're just, unless if he lied and said something like, these guys didn't even show up and do it, then he might be in trouble.
By the way, lying is not, it's hard to defend a lie. Anita, what's going on?
Good morning, Mr. Martino.
What's happening?
I had a speaking of concrete, business come out and give me a quote on putting in like a 6-foot wide sidewalk on the north side of my home. It's a walkout basement.
Is this called Stone or Paramount or Stone Concepts?
Yeah. Paramount Stone Concepts.
Paramount, and they do a patterned concrete.
Well, they didn't in my case. No, they just did a cement walkway and stairs.
All right. And what is the problem?
Well, their ad says 10% off. And when I asked if I could have that, the owner, Jeff, said, no, I can't get it.
It said contract signed before 7/17/19.
Right. I paid half down in cash.
When did you sign it?
The 17th.
Well, of course it was before 7/17 because 7/17 hasn't happened.
Right.
So what did he... Okay. Now, can you believe... Okay, I'm talking to my guys in business here. Can you believe that this guy, for 10%, pissed off this customer she's calling a radio show?
Yeah, but it's weird because she did sign the contract. When did you give this to him?
Well, it was on 6/17.
What's weird, Mark? I don't understand what you mean.
I'm saying if he came over, and I can't imagine why this guy wouldn't take it, but if he came over and said, oh, I'm going to give you a senior discount, and in the initial estimate, he's calculating some kind of discount, then she hands him this at the end for an additional 10, I'd see his purpose, but I don't know what transpired.
So, wait. So he's not refusing to give this. He's saying he already gave it to you.
I don't know what he's saying.
What is he saying? Anita, what is he saying, dear?
Whenever I showed him when he came on the 17th to pick up half the money, and I said, I have a coupon here for 10% off.
And by the way, this is a $4,900 job.
Yeah, I know.
Right. So it's about $500.
Yeah.
And he said, no, I can't give it to you.
But why did he say that?
He never told me.
I'm going to call him and ask him.
Yeah, we're just going to, we're going to flat out ask him.
Did he give you a...
This is sponsored by Tom, 1 minute, Sheridan Auto Short. Sheridan Auto Short. Who crashes to watch out for on the highway?
Do you have a back line to try to see if he wants to come on?
20th there, backing you up a bit downtown, southbound 225.
There's a day today.
Yeah, we do that. We offer 10%.
Yeah, but if you give him another discount.
Right.
So,
But this doesn't, his coupon?
Doesn't say anything.
No, but I have a line open. We can use that. Do you want me to call?
Try.
So we only have one extra line, Mark.
Cannot be combined with any other offer.
I go ahead and give the estimate, and then you do the job.
Yeah,
and then they'll
they've
hand you
got to
that
be doing
10%
something
at
with the
the
phones.
end.
I don't know. Something's funky.
Take it off. It is what it is.
With us, so much of it is our suppliers are paying for some of it. So therefore, the time period that you turn in your coupon is essential.
Okay, good. Sheridan Auto Tech, a company you can trust. You know, when I look at Kevin, it's just, he reeks trust, whatever that means. No, seriously. I like them because they have recommended repairs, maintenance, and then they have things that are mandatory. And they don't lie to you. They don't drum up the cost. I call him Uncle Kevin because he's been in business more than 20 years with honesty, integrity, knowledge, and experience. You get that feeling that you're part of a family. SheridanAutoTech.com, 2 locations in Aurora, and then out in Lakewood. 303-455-7242.
No, it should say on here, must present coupon before the bid or something like that. But it doesn't say
No, it doesn't say anything. The only thing it says is cannot be combined with any other offer. And according to this, there is no other offer. But he might say, hey, I gave her a discount.
But he should still put that, if he did, off the top, or at the initial onset of the thing.
He's definitely not handling her right. There's
He
no
should have
doubt.
told her.
I'm just curious why he's saying no.
Yeah, you don't say no without a reason.
You know what, though, a window well is? It really is a safety window. It's an egress window. And that's how you legally use the square footage inside that window. But, you know, so many people, they have broken down, they flood, they have ugly corrugated steel. You can rebuild them. And we have a company that specializes in them. I've known these guys for 20 years or more, the Sennett family with DenverEgressWindow.com. Rebuild them or put in brand new ones where one never existed. 720-626-4221. 720-626-4221. How much time? I gotta run downstairs. That's my fault. Sharon. Oh, I got a break coming soon. Never mind.
Dell's small business technology advisors can help you find just the right tech. Call 877-BUY-DELL. That's an easy call.
Okay, so I have
877-BUY-DELL or visit Dell.com/smallbusiness. I grew up in a military family, and that's why it's important to me to remind veterans
Blanket 10%, 15, 20% is so tough.
This is Ross Kaminsky, and I thank you.
That's what your margins are.
Yeah, where are they bearing it? Where they,
when it comes to owning a home on the way.
it's so hard to get.
So hard. What
to get
part is
an exact description as to when did you give me this?
Oh, it's really, that's why percentage discounts, a lot of
Do you
consumers,
do any of that?
they fly right over your head.
Do you guys do any of these special coupons?
We do. We do. And quite often I don't know when they're out there. And so...
But we have to, but we show so that way.
When I was a kid, I'd order pizza from Domino's, and I'd say I got that coupon, and you'd never have one, and they would simply say, "Oh, okay, the whatever."
Right.
Some people just say, "By the way, we're running this special," and then they give it to them. You know, they don't even.
But I say
they
the
try to
average
keep
person.
me up to date on that, but I'm not always privy
Now,
to it.
are you the owner?
No, I'm not.
Are you a manager? Are you
Yeah.
what, a manager?
Yeah. So.
Like the general manager?
Oh, hey Amber. Hey, I just texted Kelly. I think.
How big is?
I think I get it. When you guys first set up the appointment for Monday, it should have been on Monday.
Who's the owner?
Dan Pino.
And how do you get in it?
He's just been doing this for years and years.
Yeah,
40
someone
years.
left a message saying
I've been doing it for 33.
With them?
No.
I mean, no. I mean,
I've been with them for the last 5 years.
So you must think a lot of you to have you represent them, right? Here.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're a good company. I was a foreman in Vegas for 250 guys. Spent most of my time firing guys, finding them asleep in closets. So it's been nice to work for these guys who all know what they're doing. You know, everyone knows what they're doing.
There's nothing worse than laziness.
Hey, Steve, what is your band name again?
Guild of Ages.
Guild of Ages. Okay, thank you.
Guild. G-I-L-D?
G-U-I-L-D.
Guild.
Yeah, G-U-I, guild. As in a guild. Guild of...
Oh, you're thinking of Gilt. G-I-L-T.
So, do you...
I was just trying to spell it there.
Do you play a lot of concerts out in Europe?
Yeah, that's all anytime we do a record, we go and support that. We'll go out. This next one in October, I think we'll be out there just a few weeks.
All original music? And what country or what pockets are picking up on your music the most?
The UK, Germany, Holland, Belgium, Switzerland.
What gave you the idea of doing it there?
We got a record deal 20-some years ago there.
Oh wait, have you been putting out records there that long?
Yeah. We took about a 10-year hiatus, but then we decided to self-release and got a record deal here just in the last year.
Oh, so that's the most recent record deal?
Yeah, within a year.
What's the biggest selling album?
Probably our second album was the biggest. We did really well.
Years ago, you mean?
Yeah, it was 19 years ago.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So, Anita, we're calling on this 10%. Lori, your turn. What's happening, Lori? Lori? Lori?
Yes.
Hi.
This is Lori.
Lori, what's happening? How can we help you?
There you go. Oh my goodness, I am in such a pickle. My mom died September 9th, 2017. Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
Wait, 2017?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're still trying to deal with getting her condominium sold.
Wait, hold on.
My brother.
Wait. I just need to ask basics. Was probate open to transfer ownership, or was there a beneficiary deed, or what?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Ownership was transferred.
Through probate?
Yes, through probate.
Okay, and who owns it?
Myself, my brother, and my sister.
And is it in a partnership agreement or just your names?
It's our names, but apparently, according to the title company, it's common tenants.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So that means that you each own part of it, or you each own all of it?
We each own 1/3 of it.
Right. So now what?
Now what? My sister has still been living there since my mom passed away.
Well, okay. Now that's where you have to get together with the majority, because partnership rules, in the absence of a written agreement, Colorado partnership laws would take over, which is a simple majority.
And this is Florida.
Oh, Florida. This is Florida.
Yeah. The condominiums in Florida. I'm in Colorado, and my brother's in Ohio.
Well, I think it would. Now, this is weird. What they call a diversity of parties would default to federal court most of the time. But if the property is owned there, you could make the argument they have jurisdiction. Here's what attorneys have often said to me: You file where you want and let other people challenge jurisdiction. In other words, you file where it's most convenient. If I were you, Lori, if I had to file, I'm not saying you're going to go to court. I'm just saying if you had to, I would use Denver Federal Court, and because of a diversity of parties, and that pisses off all the others because they have to come here. So, Lori, let's talk about what's going on. Do you want to get your sister out of there and sell it?
Well, ultimately, you know, if we get her out of there, I bet you we won't be able to find out where she is so she could sign the contract.
Why? Is she such a bum?
We have a buyer. Yeah.
Does she? Okay. Then why don't you go there? Hold on. You can go there and why don't you go there and get her to sign?
I tried that. I did.
How much money will she get?
Well, if the house is sold, I mean, we have a buyer.
How much?
And if
about?
She would get 1/3 of 82.
Okay. Okay. So, is there a loan on the house now?
No, it's paid for.
Listen, this is an easy situation. It's you and one other sibling against her. Is that right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And is the other sibling, you said in another state close?
Yes, in Ohio.
Are you guys in agreement?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to call an attorney and get you some advice. Hold on. 303-713-TALK. I'm Tom Martino. We have special guests here from Carpet One and also the Wall Rebuilders. Hang on for more. Okay, I'd like to get David Salisbury on. I'm going to run. Guys, if you ever have to use the restroom, it's downstairs this time.
Third floor.
I'm going right now, so I just wanted to tell you.
Because they're working up here, and so we got to go down there. There's had so much dust, they closed it off.
Perfect, thank you. I'm all digital now. I neglect to bring my cards in everywhere since I do estimates digital. And,
yep. So is the song title Beat the Heaven ring a bell?
Yeah, that's
since 20 years.
Why is everyone looking this stuff up? That's not why.
Stand or Fall?
Yeah, that's all us.
Yeah. Citadel?
Yeah, that's one of the albums.
Would you put one of those, Tom Martino?
Yes, absolutely.
If I would have known that, I would have played some songs to see if should we play one?
That's fine with me.
And what's your title here? You're an engineer?
Video tech.
Okay.
So I do that and then research, that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, I often will bring that up just kind of as an icebreaker with people that it would be relevant to, but then, you know, it becomes...
Being in a band?
Yeah.
Dude, you're busy. You play 4 days a week, 4 nights a week?
Yeah, and we're booked out for 2 years in advance. So
you're booked for 2 years in advance?
Yeah.
Wow. Mostly locally here?
Locally, and then during the summer we'll go down to Sturgis and
Sturgis
and some places in Nebraska. But yeah, we're in the States. It's real nice. We're able to kind of stay local and get paid to go to bed, or you know, do our show.
No, geez, without being local, boy, that would really put a little heartache.
It's just really nice. We get to go home every night, you know. Where 20 years ago we had to tour all over the country.
Well, you love being on the road, probably for a while anyway.
Yeah, it takes its toll for sure.
Okay. Everything traveling. Oh yeah, that's great.
Someone sung a song about that, On the Road.
On the road again?
That's it.
Guild of Ages did.
When we go to Europe, it's very over. It's like this.
You hit them on boom, 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 boom.
Different city every night, so it's very busy. And back when we were doing it with them, we'd sit and do radio spots every day. And,
well, when you go over to Europe, you're singing in English, though, right?
Yes.
But they...
Yeah. Every country we go to is English speaking anyway. They learn, you know, English as a second language. Yeah.
Most people do, right?
Yeah, over there, as opposed to this country.
It's amazing listening to their singers sing in English because they sing in perfect English.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't even tell they're from another language.
Right.
Same with the Australians.
When they speak with you, you've got this really strong accent.
Sure,
you know?
sure.
But when they
music
sing,
is like that, though.
It's amazing.
Everything is,
Who's the two?
So you're telling me when a Chinese person sings, it sounds just like a
American?
Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Okay. Nice try.
Jen and Dean.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of them in a bad accident, and he stuttered really, really bad, but he was able to sing without the stutter.
There's some people, that can, I've heard of that too, the stutter part.
Or even stuttering in general.
Wouldn't you just sing all the time, no matter what you're doing?
Like you?
That's what I would do.
Hey, I'll tell you, we've got one guy that comes out that stutters until he drinks.
That's got to be a nerve problem, man.
So then you drink all the time. I gotta drink, officer. Otherwise,
you don't want me going da-da-da. Stress can create stuttering.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Who was that solar company?
Solar Mart?
That you guys dumped because...
Solar Mart.
Okay.
Yes, and it should say solar company.
You knew right away, huh?
I came within...
Yeah, he didn't. It wasn't...
That much of giving it.
It wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. I truly believe he just got he got just buried.
I know, but he was going out and collecting checks.
He did that twice towards the end, and that's when we just...
I almost gave him a $20,000 check. Well, his son.
Or his wife.
But I got lucky on that.
Did he go to jail?
No, he did a bankruptcy. There was no ill intent proven.
Yeah, but if he's going out and collecting money at night trying to get...
He was saying they went to vendors and stuff.
Who?
Fucking Mark with Solar Mart. He almost gave him $20K way back when.
Oh my! No, his name was it Mark Simmons? No, not Simmons, right?
It's Simmons. I thought it was Mark. I don't remember now.
His
Actually.
father's son came in to work with him.
Yeah, that's
my
it.
God, I was so pissed. He was good actually at first. I mean, he did a good job.
For years. I'm curious, I always wonder behind the scenes, where did it go? Like, was there a gambling problem? Was there this? Something went wrong.
He was giving away too much stuff. He was paying the utilities. Utility bill until he could do the install.
Guild of Ages or something.
Yeah, I got you.
Just Google it.
He was promising too much, and
I just want to know what you're doing. So that's cool. You got some cool looking stuff here.
He would pay your utility bills.
Oh, okay. Kind of like those for the hail damaged cars, where they were taking the cars in and giving them rentals.
What is your hope to do with that?
Yeah.
That was bad.
And he had like hundreds.
Yeah.
He'd go to a school,
you've been doing it for so long.
and he'd get all the teachers and principals and everybody that worked in the school, give them a hell of a deal. You know, like when a hailstorm hit during the day at the school. So he would give them a hell of a deal and give them each a rental car. But then he didn't have enough help to get them fixed.
It was months.
So all of a sudden they're paying for rental cars for months, and he went bankrupt. And people never got their car fixed.
And he came on the show and said, no, we got it going and stuff, we can handle it and everything.
They'll go over there and tour.
Month later, boom.
How did you get a record deal
They
for it?
invited us to the UK.
What was crazy is he was taking the
We weren't
cars
even
and they were
together.
just sitting there for months.
They had
He
heard
didn't have
your
any
old
But
record.
he could have gave the cars back.
Is that what got him?
The car and then we'll,
Well, it's in process. He didn't do it right.
Here we
It's
are
in
doing it
process.
again.
We'll give you a rental car.
Our American
He figured he'd have enough
on the
people that could
European
show
circuit.
up. He could hire enough subs to show up and
It's
get them all
different for
fixed.
me.
What he didn't realize is
You know
that
what I mean?
hailstorm didn't hit just that
Yes,
one area.
I would say
It
yes.
hit
Treated like a
everywhere.
royal
And these
family.
subs were booked solid.
So these cars were sitting in warehouses or outside for literally
But
months.
anyway, I don't know. Take it as far as it goes.
Fun.
Yeah. Until I don't feel like doing it anymore.
How many are there of you?
There's 4 of us.
Oh, that's fun.
He's got songs on YouTube you can listen to.
I know.
Yeah, you know, we put out that album, and within a day, somebody put it out all over YouTube.
Well, you can.
Oh, they did.
You can get
You didn't
taken
do it.
down.
And that's up to our record label to deal with. I don't know much about this record.
Yeah, what do you care? It's actually probably good it's out there, right? Because you make all your money on touring.
Well,
if you make any money.
There went my royalties in sales.
Yeah.
Of course.
So,
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. I'm a consumer advocate who decided to go after people who do wrong and to shine the light on good people and to do everything in between to kind of equal out the scales. Welcome. And I've been doing it for more than 40 years, and in Denver nearly 40 on TV and radio. welcome if you're new in town. I'm not on TV anymore except for commercials and stuff. I decided a long time ago that I needed to slow down, and you have to call me anytime you need help. 303 Martino. Let's go to the phones. We have calls that we make to you if you've called us and we weren't there, like 303 Martino. Those listening live on Facebook, live on YouTube, or excuse me, the archive versions, you may be listening on an off time and you want to call 303 Martino. Leave your number. We'll get back to you like we did with Anita and Lori. Mark, did you call on Anita's problem?
No, Suzanne did talk to the owner, so we'll get an update from her shortly.
Okay. But then Lori said, my mom died, and we want to sell the house. The sister's living in there. It's divided in 3. Lori?
Yes.
Okay. If you and your brother want to sell it, it's a simple majority. I mean, I don't know how Florida works exactly, but most states have, if you don't have a partnership agreement, they have dissolution of partnerships. And usually what that is a vote and then a sale. So that's what you should do. I mean, it's, you know, you and your brother are in agreement, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
You can even do it against her will.
How does that get the place sold, though?
Well, that's what I mean. You have to go to the law. You have to go to an attorney or someone in Florida who is used to partnership agreements in Florida.
Oh.
And you have to say, we want to dissolve the partnership. So usually there are clauses in partnership agreements that cover this, but in the absence of one, the state usually has its own. So you would go to the Florida partnership laws and statutes that spell how you do it, spell out how you do it. David Salisbury, we were going to get to talk to you, but he's not we're having a difficult time to get him. And this week's going to be like that because it's kind of like a vacation week for people. So here's what we'll do. We'll take your name and number, Lori. If David calls back, we'll try to get a hold of him specifically. But I'm saying I know that the partnership laws will help you if you don't have an agreement.
Now, Tom, his sister won't even allow people to come in and look at the...
Well, that's where the partnership can compel them. I mean, she can be evicted. Here's what people need to understand. That when you are inheriting property, you're not ready for it, but you need to make entities if you have more than one person. Don't ever inherit something with another without an operating agreement of some kind. It's just smart. So whenever you get an entity, it could be a partnership or an LLC or a corporation. It could be, but you have to have an entity. And then what you do is you spell out what you're going to do with the property and all of that. So it's called a partnership or an entity of some kind, LLC. And then you don't have any problems like this because everything is spelled out. 303-713-TALK. So the tip of the day is when inheriting properties with other people, you get an entity, okay? 303-713-8255. Bob, what do you think, Mark? You were going to say something?
Well, sometimes people don't know they're part of that will. So really, it's the person that's leaving the property to multiple people that should tell them to get...
Wait, what a good idea. You're right. That would be the really good to actually have it formed, and it's there in stasis, right? And then you leave it to them upon death, to the entity. And that is a problem. And I also urge people with wills, make sure each and every heir has a copy of the will and all the changes you make. How many times, Mark, have we had someone call and say, I think I was left something?
Oh, weekly.
But I'm not sure.
They told me they left me something, and they won't let me see the will.
So when inheriting property with more than one owner, and that's important, okay? I'm just putting that down as a tip. And then also, if you are making out a will, make sure all of the heirs have a copy along with an attorney. It's also important, as we discussed, to have an entity if you're leaving it to more than one party. So maybe you can encourage them to start an entity, and that's who you'll put the name in there. I mean, that's who the heir will be. Suzanne, what about that 10% discount for Anita?
So he was a little surprised by our phone call because Anita's been nothing but happy, but did say that 10% was for overlay, whatever that is, and she did not have overlay done.
Well, it doesn't look like that to me, but here's the deal. It doesn't look like that to me. What is this? What is it, Mark? Maybe is it just for the pattern? Listen, I'm not suggesting this is going to make or break this company, but why? Don't even screw with it. That's what I'm saying. It's 10%. What, Mark?
Man, I don't see anything on here that says...
Let me see.
Basically, it says the opposite. It says everything they offer, which is
See, and I
pavers,
didn't even realize-
patios, driveways, concrete...
Give that to
block,
Suzanne.
Yeah, I
retaining
didn't know
walls,
you guys had that, or I would have addressed that.
patios, walkways, driveways, garages, restaurants, pools, decks, basements, kitchens, bathrooms, countertops, 10% off.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay. Bob, what's going on, Bob?
Hello?
What's happening?
Yeah, I basically purchased a 2010 Corolla back in 2010. Last car I was going to ever have to buy new after I retired. And on the 12th of June this year, I was on I-25, and the traffic was stopped up, and a girl in a 350 Mercedes plowed into the back of me so hard she forced me into the car in front of me. So I have damage both to the back and the front of my Corolla.
And then you have claims against you for the guy in front of you, right?
No, because the girl that hit us basically admitted fault, so that there was no police report.
That's amazing. She admitted fault, and how did she do that?
Oh, she just said that she wasn't. I don't know. The cop didn't say.
Oh, you said there was no police. I thought you said there was no police report.
No, there isn't a police report. What the cop filled out was a. It was a
incident.
Crash incident. Oh, crash information exchange form.
Okay,
He
good.
said he did not have to fill out a accident report because she admitted guilt.
But did he ticket her?
Yes, she got a ticket for following too close.
In essence, that's an accident report. I mean, kind of. You know, you have your docs. But anyway.
What's the issue?
Yeah, what's the issue?
Well, the issue is that there's no way I can get a car replaced. Well, the Geico, her insurance agent, came out, did a preliminary estimate on the car, $5,500 damage. I took it to Abra shop, and it was there for a couple of days.
Let's just get to the bottom line. I don't care about how long it was there. What did they tell you?
Well, after a couple of days, the shop called me and said that the car is totaled.
Okay, so Bob is very likely, and you're going to have the same issue everyone does. Everyone. I mean, I virtually get this call about every single person who's had a car totaled with a used car. Obviously, they're all used, but I mean with slightly used cars. In fact, actually, I get it more with people who have really old, excellent cars. And we're going to talk about tackling it because I get it a lot. Hold on. I'm Tom Martino. This hour brought to you by GenesisTotalExteriors.com. The roof, the gutters, the windows, the siding, decks, fences, inside bathrooms, basements, GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
We'll see. I'm just tired of shit figuring out.
Where is it?
What's that? That we asked.
Oh, what a pain in the ass. Okay.
Is it worth it?
Well, yeah. Go on out.
Well, you got to tell us if it's worth it.
Sir.
It's worth it!
Bro, you need this where you see the door things. Now, go out that door to your right and go down the stairs, and then on the far
Straight
side
down
of
the
the elevator.
stairs.
Okay.
Far side of the elevator on the 3rd floor.
It's just the next floor
Or,
down there, just one stair.
You go down to the 1st floor, you hang a right.
A couple circles.
No, just
quick left.
Outside.
Then go up to the 2nd.
Second bush on the left.
Damn, we could have had it.
I'm sorry.
With more than 6,000 hotels across the country,
you get in your car.
including La Quinta, Days Inn, and Super 8, a great hotel by Wyndham is closer than you think.
Gallagher's
Find one near
defense
you.
attorney.
So Mark, what is the statement? Yield the liddy.
You know, there is something you can do for aches and pains. Really. Just regular, good old arthritis. There are things you can do. Stem cell therapy has proven marvelous for lower back, for hips, for shoulders, arms, legs. Here's the deal, though. Don't waste your money. Most of the time, insurance does not pay for this. So don't waste your money. We've had people who paid thousands and thousands of dollars for phony treatments at chiropractic offices. Please don't do that. Before you do anything, please attend a seminar or talk to Centeno Schultz. Dr. Chris Centeno of Centeno Schultz was the original stem cell provider for living stem cell treatment, the first in the world in a clinical setting for people. 303-963-9201. Get the expert answers from thestemcellexperts.com. Thestemcellexperts.com. 303-963-9201.
Holy Gentle Giant's dog food, Batman. I'm Burt Ward, Robin from Batman. Would you like your dog to live as long as 27
What if it's really
healthy
Robin from
years?
Batman?
My
I guess
wife
it
and I
has to be,
created Gentle Giant's dog food.
You could say his name is Burt Ward.
Did he say Burt Ward?
Yes.
I'm going to look it up. That doesn't sound right to me. Burt Ward.
Okay, guys.
Could be old.
What? 27?
Yep, it is. How about that?
Fix It 24/7. The people to call when you need help with plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. I want to talk about their free second opinion program. Right now, so many people are being told they need a new air conditioning system. You know, with Fix It 24/7, they'll tell you the truth. They might get the old one you have up and running perfectly. But here's the deal I love about second opinions. No one in the world can tell you they can beat the deal unless they actually beat the deal. So Fix It 24/7, one of the premier companies, are in a position to either tell you they can beat the deal with their superior products and services, or you have a great deal. You can never lose. If someone is having a furnace put in, a water heater, someone was told they need a panel upgrade, whatever it is, plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, fixmyhome.com, 720-526-3939.
Do you know what your morning
This dude was the world's fastest reader. Top 3% of chess players in the world.
Who is this guy?
You'll never guess who this is. Burt Ward. Robin.
Yeah, Burt Ward. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I loved him.
You have a nice corner office, by the way.
Oh, yeah, this is our studio. Our office is
I had no
downstairs.
idea he was some kind of...
Burt Ward, you know, he was famous for like this. That was it. But he turned that fame. He was not famous for long at all.
Oh, for Robin? Well, he was. How many years was that?
One of the youngest real estate agents ever in California.
What's funny is Burt Ward played a ward.
Played the ward?
A ward. A ward of Bruce Wayne.
Oh,
Yeah, it was referred to as Ward.
Come on, man, open your brain up, bro. He was thinking, Leave It to Beaver.
He was a boy when he did that.
Ward
A
Cleaver.
boy.
How many years was that on?
Hey, I heard Ward was being a little tough on the Beaver last night.
Thank you.
Get it? Get it?
Yeah, God. That's about as old as you are. I've heard it.
How old is he? He sounds pretty good in the commercial.
I don't know.
Adam West was a great Batman.
Adam West was gay, right?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, he came. Didn't he die? I think he might have died of AIDS or something.
No.
He came out late.
Very late.
Now comes the true story of perhaps the most terrifying serial killer you've never heard of.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Joins us Tuesday morning at
Didn't Burt Ward
7:05,
make
here on
a
630
career out of Robin? Guest appearances and everything.
Yeah. So did he. I mean, Batman. Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have in the studio with us today two referral list members saying hello. John Martinez from Family Carpet One in Longmont, and Steve Stuntz from The Wall Rebuilders in the Denver metro area. Let's talk So, did we contact? No, we didn't. Okay, that's done. What did they say, or what are we going to do on that? I want to.
Was that for the coupon?
Yeah.
So I called again. He didn't answer. Went to voicemail. Voicemail's full. So I texted him a picture of his coupon and asked the question.
Because he said it's only for overlays, and I think he means pattern concrete. I don't know. But on that coupon Mark read, there was no such disclaimer. Now, here's the deal, Bob. Bob is running into a problem a lot of people do, and we cut right to the chase. Here it is. His car's damaged, okay? Whether it's damaged by you, by someone else, it doesn't matter. It's totaled. And then he's never going to be able to replace that car because it was just perfect or whatever. Now this is what people say. I should be able to get more money. Well, you should be able to get exactly what it's worth. That's what you should be able to get. And here's the deal. It doesn't even mean you must replace it. I think that insurance companies, in my opinion, should put up or shut up when they say, we're going to pay you this much money for your car. They should have to replace it. Wouldn't that be something? Then they wouldn't be so fast to devalue everything. But on the other hand, consumers exaggerate too when it comes to replacements. So, Bob, what are they offering you for your 2010 Toyota Corolla?
They haven't come up with the offer. I talked to the adjuster this morning.
Okay. Why are you calling? Are you anticipating problems?
Absolutely. I've looked at the internet as cars that have under 55,000 miles on it.
How many miles on this one?
Pardon?
How many on this one?
About 54.7.
54.7 at the time of the accident?
Yes.
Okay. And it's a 2010 Toyota. So what are you finding that's concerning you?
Well, there's nothing in the area that's even close to my mileage with the year I have.
But you understand, with current law, they don't have to find you a car. They just have to give you the value of yours, and yours has a value. We can agree that yours has a value, right?
Correct.
Okay. So if you were out shopping, what would you pay for the car you're driving?
Well, I'd probably pay $11,500 for it.
Okay, I'm not. On first blush, I have no idea if you're even in the ballpark. So you'd probably pay you'd pay 11 to 11.5. So that's right. What you want plus sales tax, right?
Yeah. Looking at what's available, anything with 55,000 miles on it is like a 2013 or...
No, I understand, but if you take a 2010
right,
and you subtract, you add a little for low miles, you're going to come up with a value. I don't know if it's 11 or not. I mean, we can find out. Has anybody been looking?
It's between like 5 and 6,500.
No, go to okay. So even,
wait, I'm in trade-in. Hold on. Good point, Dan.
Yeah, trade-in.
72 to 88.
Okay. So, and that's with how many miles, Mark?
54,000 in great shape.
Yeah. So you're going to have a tough time, Bob, if the value's out there that, the professionals are saying it's worth that much money. You're going to have a tough time.
What does he say it's worth?
Well, we're looking up 54,000 miles in great shape. And the average retail is what, Mark? 88?
72 to 88.
And I'm giving him the benefits. So let's say 88 or 9,000. And what source is that, Mark?
KBB.com.
And what do you find about Kelly Blue Book? Do you think they're pretty accurate?
It's pretty close.
What about comparable vehicles now? There should be at least some to uphold it. But, Bob, let's just get right to it. I don't know of any consumers who have ever gotten extraordinary value for a car because of the way it was kept, ever. I just don't. I know of not one case in all the years I've been doing this.
I bet you'll like a new Corolla, though. You should look at another one, seriously.
Yeah. I mean, you will get a hunk of cash that you can put down on a new one.
And they've got a lot more features now, a lot more
the great warranties.
Automatic braking, all kinds of cool stuff.
Are you anticipating? Listen, first of all, don't even just wait for them to offer you something, and then always add sales tax to from where you live to that. Okay. But I guess your premise when you called was what? How do I establish true value? Is that what it is?
Well, I have a pretty good idea. Well, I know what the value to me is.
Yeah.
And, there's no way that I feel that they'll ever come up with
what
I
won't.
lost in this accident. Plus, I ended up with whiplash and...
Now hold on. That's a whole separate story, and many times, I'm not saying you should do this, but many times people find what they collect in personal injury more than makes up for their, and I'm talking about true personal injury, I'm not talking about BS, but have you ever investigated that? I mean, really, you shouldn't have to suffer with pain or misery, and certainly, do you have med pay? Who's paying your doctor bills?
My insurance is paying because of Colorado law. My insurance...
No. Colorado law doesn't make them pay. Colorado law it's called a tort state. Who's ever at fault pays.
Did you hire an attorney?
No.
Well,
how bad is your neck?
Well, I mean...
he's got doctor's bills.
Seriously,
it doesn't matter.
How many doctor's bills do you have?
Well, right now I've only had 3 bills, but I'm seeing a chiropractor. I'm doing massage therapy.
Okay, listen, you have to see John Fuller. I'm very serious. You need to call him. Here's why. John is a truly he's an expert. He's an expert. He's also a true he's an honest attorney where he's not ever going to exaggerate. And you tell him all the circumstances. You can even say, hey, you know, I have this much pain, but not this much. Just discuss it with him. And I say this to everyone. You get free advice. These initial consultations with Fuller is like free legal advice.
I've used
and
them
just
twice,
ask,
man.
Just ask, hey, what do you think? Do I have a case? I'm not suggesting to people that you make stuff up, but you know what? You shouldn't have to endure or suffer anything as a result of an accident if it's someone's fault. You should be made whole. By the way, John, okay, is 303-597-4500. That's 303-597-4500, personalinjuryco.com, and Cameron has a comment on your case. Go ahead, Cameron.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that my wife just bought a Subaru at Flatiron Subaru in Boulder. Really great car with 60,000 miles, 2010 Corolla for $11,500. And it's
wow, that's a lot. Well, it's a 2010. You paid $11,500.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can actually help him establish value. Did you hear that, Bob?
Yeah. Who is this?
This is a guy who just calls in, Cameron. But here's what I want to say.
See if he'll send you his
yes,
invoice.
It may be Cameron, if you don't mind, or Bob. Either one of you will put you in touch. Suzanne, see if they don't mind being put in touch with each other. Here's the deal: if you can show actual transactions where the car you have sold for way more than book, and you can show more than one, or even one right now, if they can't show one and you can, you win. So. But here's the point. I'm not suggesting you will get more than the car's worth, but actual sales tend to show what something is worth. So that's good for evidence. Actual sales, great evidence. And if you go to dealers and say, look, I'm going to be looking for a car, can you help me out? They'll look into their records to see what their records show. Jonathan, welcome. What's happening, Jonathan? Are you there, John? Yes, what's happening?
Just running into, I guess, some issues with E470. I went to get my tags, and there was a hold on there, and so I was told to call E470, and when I did, they said I owed like $580.
Well, do you? I mean, first of all, do you use it? Do you use 470?
No, I haven't used 470 2 or 3 years.
Okay, and when do they say these tolls are from?
2016.
Well, were you using it then?
Oh, I can't remember. I doubt it. I don't really ever. I mean, I lived 5 minutes away from my work. So,
well, they'll have some photographs or other evidence. So if it's your car, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. And they're pretty good at supplying that. If you just say, "I'd like to see some photographic evidence," I wasn't driving it. You can see.
Yeah, well, that really wasn't, I mean, my issue, I guess, because I asked them if they had, stuff, and it was from an old pickup that I had, and that was fine. I was like, okay, but what got me was the fact that those fees were just outrageous, and my original bill was $108.
Now, Jonathan, if you don't run and hide and you don't give them a hard time, Mark, don't they negotiate pretty well as far as penalties?
They do wonderful up until the point they have to hire an attorney and they put the hold on your registration. Then they've got money invested.
Do they have legal fees down there, sir?
Boy, I couldn't tell you.
It'd be collection fees.
40.
Well, you should listen. If you're willing to settle, call them. They're pretty good about it.
At that point, they're really tough, man. They really
no,
are.
I meant whenever you get a bill. But you're saying after they've actually put out the money.
Yeah, at this point, this guy's going to end up probably paying that, honestly.
Okay. So
we helped one guy. I'll give you an idea. We had one guy, remember, $5,500 he owed. $5,500, multiple accounts. You know, they knocked off maybe $700, but off of $500, I don't see him doing anything.
303-713-TALK. This is a question for Steve very quickly. Steve Stunts with the Wall Rebuilders. She has a dining room fixture, and it has a medallion around it, and she believes it's original plaster. What do you do about that? Can you fix them if they're broken, or do you recommend, I know what I would do, I'd buy those ones at Home Depot, you stick up around the light, look better than anything, but what do you think?
Yeah, but if she's trying to stay with the original
have you guys
motif of the house, we are able to repair it.
Wait. So if a part's missing, can you kind of fabricate it?
Absolutely. Yeah, we do that on site, and we'll
Do you personally do that ever?
I don't anymore, but
Yeah.
we are plaster gurus. We've got some
really.
guys-
So you guys really can mimic molding and a lot of stuff?
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. And those are the Wall Rebuilders on our referral list.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630 K-House and iHeartRadio.
Set up jigs.
Of course,
and
the Italians are the kings.
And they did it
the
all by
creators.
hand.
Oh my God.
You know,
The
you
mafia.
do outdoor stuff, all right?
No.
What kind of outdoor stuff is there? Like plaster? Is there plaster outdoors?
Outdoor stucco.
Yeah.
And that's a lost art as well.
What is?
Outdoor stucco.
Now it's blow it on and.
But no, but a lot of people do the stucco, but you're saying it's more of a one-step
No,
process.
he's saying when they used to actually, trowel it?
Yeah,
but they still do.
Do the paper, the wire,
They
the
still
brown
do that.
coat. Let's see, the scratch coat, the brown coat. the
But
top coat.
like Rhino does that. They still do that.
Do they?
I thought they just...
I can't make any outbound calls now.
Oh my
I
God.
can only receive calls.
So you can on your cell, but you don't want to use
How's it
your
going,
cell.
guys? Yeah, you having fun?
Yeah.
Would help for the show.
Why do you think that is?
They're redoing all the phones. All right.
See, I wonder how these other shows are getting their interviews on.
Is that just by virtue of construction going on?
Yeah.
We got a lot of going.
Hey, John, they're asking on LVT versus the bottom.
You know, finally, I'm
Does
actually
furniture
feeling results, Mark.
Sink when you have
I had to
furniture
take
on
No.
LVT?
3 of these this morning,
They
then
don't
one
have
more,
any
then one more
like
just
that.
now, and 2 gummies. And
Only
I'm
the
finally
same
starting
respect
to
you show
feel
other
Are these the horse
a
pills?
buzz.
Pick
No,
up,
just kidding. It's CBD.
debris
It's not.
A buzz.
Yeah, well,
Starting
not-
to kick it.
Yeah.
No, I'm starting to feel some pain.
Did you
relief.
I thought you were
No,
taking the horse
Not
one.
generally.
That's what that is.
Unless it's
Are you
something
sure?
unusual.
Yes.
It doesn't say.
No,
equal.
Mark. She made the horse ones into this
I
extra
got you.
for people. I mean, the only difference between the horse and
Is
this
the labor.
is the amount of stuff in it. And so I'm starting to feel some pain relief. Finally, I really am. Now, the problem is I had to take so many. I don't think it hurts you, right? This is just CBD oil. It actually worked. Yep, it actually worked. Yep, and I don't bullshit. I mean,
Are you talking about CBD oil?
yeah, I wasn't feeling anything, but then I had to take. So these are 75 milligrams. I took 1, 2, 3 this morning when I got in, and I just took 1 more. So that's 4 of those, and I took 2 gummies, and the gummies are 20 milligrams. So 20, 40.
And so you're higher than the kite?
No, sure.
Hey, man. Welcome to the show.
Let me see
I took
what
a full
took here.
cookie last night and I'm still high.
You know what? I hate marijuana. I hate the high. I hate the smell. I even hate edibles. When I tried them, they make me more weird. I don't feel good at all.
I gotta have a hell of an alcohol
I do
sponge
not
to even
feel good.
think of pot.
I don't even.
Pot by itself is a
Okay,
nasty
so-
thing.
You know Walgreens is selling the oils now.
Everyone is. Yeah, because you don't get a buzz on these.
So our office is right next to a grow house.
You smell it?
Next
I
to
had
one-
one in our
That's
building.
terrible. That's unless some people like the smell.
So 340 milligrams.
No one likes that smell.
Oh,
What's
no,
oh,
some
that's,
people do.
no, some people
It
love
smells like
it.
skunk.
I agree.
But I don't. Do you like the high of marijuana? Do you like? I mean, so many people say it relaxes them and all that, and
oh, definitely.
Oh, I think it does.
Some people love it, man.
Especially if people get panic attacks and stuff.
It's just the opposite for me. I get weird. I get
And
like
that's
nervous.
the other thing, right? Some people
I
say
get
that
I haven't done it since I was a kid.
Remember when you were
all of this new stuff?
No. See,
I hear that's ridiculous.
several years ago, this new stuff, right? They say try it.
Jeffrey Dahmer liked it.
And I'm thinking, okay, I hate marijuana, but this is all different. But in the old days, a whole joint would give you a little buzz. So I take one, just one. No, I take one, but like the old-fashioned one. These guys are just doing this.
He would have been fine until he
So I
started
did what I
the
thought. And all of a sudden, I am so high, I can't believe it.
Yeah, look at that guy's leg, man.
Because I thought, what I do is take one and
who else
say,
is
okay,
doing
guys,
that?
I tried it.
Yeah, they have
No.
They have different levels of
Oh
turn
my
drinks.
God, it's not.
Butter up.
Not for me, bros. Not for
Natural.
me.
Remember, it started shaving. Then he ends up on the
There's a
rooftop.
hemp farm that just got put in next to a subdivision, a not high-end subdivision.
I like when he's in the pants on the roaster.
For about 6 blocks around.
Yeah, it smells like
pot.
It sucks.
There's poor people in the subdivision.
That could have been a Jeffrey Dahmer.
So, can we play some of your music? Do we have your permission? Okay, Guild of Ages. Do we have permission to play the music? Guys, do you hear me, Grant? Just like nod as if you're alive. Do you hear me? Guild of Ages, this guy's band. Let's go play some of it.
Is there a particular song?
Nah.
They're all good, he said.
Classic rock. Classic rock bands, traditionally, I'm not talking about bore the shit out of you. You know why? Because the covers are never really good unless they do their own rendition. There was one cover band that everything they did, in my opinion, it wasn't better than the original, but it was better than, not better than the original artist, but better than the original arrangement. I love the way they did it, and they did such a good job. Okay, you hear this band? Listen carefully. Let's see, where is this going? Come on, how many measures before you get into the damn?
It's a bit. It's a ways.
Right. You know why they do this? For disc jockeys, or they used to, so they could talk on the way into the song, and they knew they got more airplay if they gave themselves some intro time.
Push through the night as we sail our course in time.
I just don't like the singer. I like the music. I like the singer. I don't like. Hold on. So that's a lead singer who's a drummer, which I think is lame.
Now wait just a minute on this.
No, hold on a second. Seriously. Actually, no, I'm serious. You got a good rock voice. I like it, really.
This is not me singing on this track.
Oh, good. Oh my God. Hold on, stop. This is Guild of Ages, and the drummer for Guild of Ages is Steve Stuntz, and he also is with the Wall Rebuilders, one of the managers there. Can you pick a song where you sing, tell him a song? Of all the songs, you pick the one...
No.
Who sang that one?
I need to make that clear is I don't sing on our albums. So I sing here locally for the covers that we do, but I don't sing on the album.
Ah, you're just a phony baloney back drummer. No, hold on.
All the backgrounds I do.
Okay, but I want to know something. Why do you not... If you sing... Well, I don't understand that. Why on your albums do you have another lead singer? Is that lead singer normally with you?
So he and the guitar player are the reason that the band got a record deal in the first place.
That's how good they are.
Yes.
And they're in Europe.
No, they're here.
Okay.
We're all here.
But were you all the original band?
Yes. Well, I will say yes. There was a couple other member changes early on, but this is it.
Now, who's this?
Oh, you don't want to play that?
This is a Motley Crue cover.
Yeah, you don't want to.
All right, yeah, don't play that. Don't play that. Okay, 303. No, I'd like to hear a cover of something. 303-713-8255. Let me get this straight. The lead guitar and the lead singer, or anyway, two of the guys were really good, and they got you the gig.
Sure.
Why do you say they got you the gig if you're all the band?
We had a management team at the time that already had albums out there and was well established, and came out and found our singer and kind of signed him based on that.
Okay, and then he brought you guys along, basically?
You could look at it that way. But
No,
yes.
no, seriously, but you guys were all together anyway.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's very cool. Anyway, they're older. You know, old rock musicians, They're all the same, man. They're all the same. It's like they went through an old rock machine cloner. I saw this movie where all the old rockers were together doing a tribute to George Harrison. It was like a documentary movie, musical doc. It was so cool, but they all look exactly the same, man. Rode hard, put up wet. I mean, they just have that look, don't they? You know what I mean, exactly what I mean. Now, Keith Richards would be like that would be the epitome. They don't all look that bad, but but they all well, you look kind of fresh, but I'm guessing you don't drink or do drugs.
You're right.
But as if you would admit it. He's here with the wall rebuilders.
Here's the thing: it's a business. It's a business nowadays.
All right. Let's talk. Hey, Rick, what's happening, Rick? I'm Tom Martino, and what's happening with you?
Tom, I feel like I should call you Mark because every time you're on vacation, everybody calls him Tom.
Okay, let's make up for it. Anyway, what's going on?
Well, hey, I'm actually stuck at the parking right at 120th and I-25 right now.
Why?
Well, I had an oil change done by the Jiffy Lube in Brighton on the 18th, which was the last day before I started a vacation. Then I traveled to Seattle. I drove the truck about a half a mile home from the Jiffy Lube that day and parked it in my driveway. Today I drove to work. I work in Broomfield. Went on 470. Then I was coming across 120th just now, and I started hearing some weird noises and some thumps and that type of thing. And then all of a sudden it got real bad. And I pulled into this parking lot, and I'm looking at my wheel, which has come off of the studs because there's no lug nuts left. So
oh
when
my
I had
God.
my oil change done, I know they had at least my left front tire off.
But why with an oil change? Well, hold on. With an oil change, why did they remove the tire?
They checked your air filter, they checked your brake pads, they check various things.
Okay,
I know they had at least one of my tires off because I saw my left front tire off.
Mark,
while I was in the shop waiting.
You guys have done enough oil changes in your day when you ran your dad's shops. Well, okay, so what happens? I mean, there's a certain percentage. We hear this all the time. What are they? You check the tires.
You got to have someone checking it out.
I mean,
man.
but really, to make that case, Rick, what damage did you get?
Well, I don't know yet. I'm waiting for him to call me back because right now my truck is resting on the wheel. I know that the wheel drum,
they'll be able to tell if those things snapped or if they were left loose.
I mean,
Someone's going to be able to tell something.
I would have Norris, SOS.
Take pictures too, man.
SOS Inspections. Norris is excellent at forensics.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a call back now, but I mean, there's no question in my mind it's related because they had the tires off.
No, I understand that. There's an expression, however, in the auto business, and you know what it is? When you work on...
You own it.
Yeah, hey, that's exactly right. You own it. Like anything that goes wrong. Anything that goes wrong. Yeah, you listen a lot. Anything that goes wrong after repair, they own it, meaning they're going to be blamed for it, and rightly so in some cases. Well, a quick question, Rick. How much is your car worth? What is it?
Oh, it's an older pickup. It's a 2000 Toyota Tundra with 226,000 miles on it.
And you know what? Oh my God, you're one of the perfect examples. It probably one's great, a Toyota Tundra, 220,000, and now anything will total the damn thing.
Yeah, well, I've been kind of halfway kicking around the idea, well, I cleaned that one up before I said what I was going to, of upgrading here in the not-too-distant future. But I love my truck, man. It's got everything I want. It's got satellite radio. It's got a
You beat the system. You beat the system.
I did, yeah.
When people can keep a vehicle, it's probably, now I'm talking about when you keep it and you keep it well, and it's not a nickel and diming thing and you don't buy an old one to begin with, but when you can keep a vehicle, you're beating the system. You're truly beating the system. Now, some might say, well, what about what Mark does? Doesn't he beat the system? Well, in a way, but it's even more so beating the system when you have the original investment that you're living off of. So your return gets exponentially more and more. So, Mark, the way you do it is you lease at an you buy at an extraordinarily good price, and then you
sell it.
You sell it, and then you buy. And have you ever had a situation where you're negative ever?
Oh my God, we bought a Kia minivan years ago.
No, I'm talking about recently.
My ass on that.
With the new way of doing it, you keep it for how many miles?
Usually we sell them right at about 50 to 55. That way they still have a full bumper-to-bumper warranty.
Now, do you, okay, so you go 50 to 55. What does that usually turn out to be? Does it turn out to be 2 years usually?
Yeah,
2.5?
about 2.5.
So, if you keep it more, do you think it'll be harder to sell?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Because that warranty means a lot to people.
So when you do that, you don't take loans, right?
If it's 0 interest rate or maybe 1.9, I'll loan. If not, I'll pay cash.
See, a lot of people don't have the cash to do their first vehicle, and I want to know, can they still stay ahead of it if they buy a car?
If they buy it right and get good financing, hell yeah.
Yeah, but I suggest if you buy it right, and
the right car though,
that you wait until it's paid off and then go beyond that for the maximum value. We have more coming right up.
This report is sponsored by KFC.
So we do another one because we had him.
Is it a?
We did Fuller.
F-150, I'm sorry.
Say that again.
F-150 Club Cat.
Is it Oh, F-150. I thought you said 250.
I did it by accident.
Oh, okay.
It's 150.
Oh, I see.
But
We
I've
went
had
through
it
that
for
pretty already. Right.
I've had it for 205,000.
Budget Cracker Jack, Fuller,
Runs
Budget
great.
Cracker Jack.
Ford's #1 selling trucks.
You know what?
And then play another song or whatever.
Well.
Play some cover.
We used to dump them at 100,000.
No, you don't want to?
But now they last so long.
We leave. I guess we actually can't because they can't give us permission to play a cover. Right? They can only give us permission for original. Otherwise, but you wouldn't get in trouble. We would.
Right.
That's what they say.
I don't want.
So when you do covers, starts going, yeah, the place you play at, they pay the rights.
Right.
You know, and like say you probably did. You change your transmission fluid like every 75,000. The best deal ever.
Yes.
Budget A1 transmission and all repair. I don't know how he does it. He obviously wants you to get it fixed, but he knows if he does this right, it doesn't matter. You'll always come back as a loyal customer. Here's what he does: free transmission estimates, where he removes the transmission, opens it up, looks at it, with no charge ever. Whether you take it somewhere else, have it done by him, or decide not to have the work done, he never charges for that. It's 100% free. 303-781-9858. I have Gecko duct cleaning at my house today.
Oh, the dryer beds.
But he's doing it at my whole house.
Yeah. Oh, he does the registers too?
Do we have him in regular duct cleaning? We should.
I don't know.
So I went to buy this house. The front patio apron was sinking. Garage floor, sidewalk. I got an estimate to replace it, 18 grand, and I'm thinking, oh my God. Well, anyway, I called Cracker Jack Mudjacking for the free estimate. An honest-to-God true call. I paid full price for the repair. Even though they're a client, I insisted. I paid $1,500 for the repair and never had to have anything replaced. CrackerJackMudjacking.com. They saved me a lot of money. 303-410-7787.
How long does each banner run now, generally speaking? Half hour?
I go half hour for each one of them, then 15
We're going to lose all our calls right at noon.
So
I have everybody's phone number to call them back, so that's not a big deal, but I just want you to know that. Yes, they have to reboot the whole system. And then my board op wanted to know what song you suggested he find.
Oh, anything, any original piece. We
Any
can't do
original,
covers.
just not covers.
Okay, what do you suggest? What's your most popular title?
You probably played the one that is out there the most. You, all of them have big intros. So, Addicted to You.
Addicted to You.
Are you still in a nightclub?
What's that?
Are you still in a nightclub?
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Longmont.
You what?
I used to own a nightclub in Longmont.
Called what?
4th and Main. It was on the corner of 4th and Main. Very...
What was it called?
4th and Main.
Oh, 4th and Main. Okay.
Was it big popular?
And it was we did classic rock. We were very busy. It was making good money. And I just couldn't do.
That's a hard business.
I just couldn't manage do the carpet store. And we also own a motel.
Oh, wow.
And so I just couldn't do all of that. And I just couldn't find a good enough manager. But I loved the business. It was great.
It's a tough business.
What did you love about it?
We were a higher end club. So
Did you do bottle service and tables?
No, that was just getting started at that time. Women and the owner get better looking at closing time. And that's the reason I had to sell it, because it would have caused a problem eventually. Or not sell it, but get rid of it. I tried selling it, but nobody could ever come up with the money. But we were organized, and so it ran extremely well.
That's good.
That's fair. We had a zero forgiveness for troublemakers.
Then they never came back?
That's rare.
Yeah, the zero forgiveness thing was by accident, and boy, it worked out well.
Yeah.
It brought in more women.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Mark, the car she got was spectacular. You know what else they did? They even absorbed her negative.
I'd like to see the invoice.
I did. I will get it to you.
Okay.
She took a picture of it at his office
I
because
wanna see
wanted
it.
to make sure she was not getting ripped. But how can they do it that much lower?
I don't know, but that's why I want that, because I'm gonna ask that exact question.
Okay, good. I wanted. That's what I was hoping.
Who is it that absorbed it? Who?
Oh,
Who
no, I'm
bought
talking
the car?
about a dealer.
Oh, I know.
No, I'm talking about a price we got from on my sister's. Sister-in-law.
Her absorbed negative equity.
Who? Heddershite. We got to do some stuff. Make sure he's getting some results.
Do me a favor and put up. Where are you at on the banners? Can you throw Fix It up there now so they can see it? Sure.
Mark,
I mean, keep it up for.
Do we have them coming back?
Perfect.
Do we have them?
We hit it on the right time. That's amazing.
What do we have?
It'll be 7 more minutes of it.
What do we have?
The last 15 minutes. And,
Are you talking to me?
No. Yeah. What? Oh, never mind. I ought to just look and shut up. Fix It and QC. This is more like heavy hard rock than classic rock, but so you guys on your original stuff, you're not top 40 kind of stuff. This is really good music. Actually, to be honest with you, I was expecting to be bored. Everybody's, I got a band, blah blah blah. I really, I mean, you know, this song or this genre of music I've kind of moved away with age, but I will say that it's really good musicianship. Play that, turn it up a little right now. Okay, Tom, that particular part, not so much, but before, some of the stuff you guys are doing is really good. Okay, thanks. Anyway, so, like, you care what I think, right? So Steve Stunts is with the Wall Rebuilders. He just happens to have a band. And I thought it was fun that we lived.
Who was that guitar?
He's actually touring in Europe on that band.
Who was the guitar player that lived in the van down by the river you used to
Oh,
like?
my God.
Chance?
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know.
I think we might have upset him.
Why would we upset him?
I don't think it was you, Mark.
No, you don't think it was you, Mark, or you don't think it was you, and then you said Mark?
No, I was telling Mark I don't think it was Mark that pissed him off.
Do you think it was me?
Yes.
Maybe.
How?
I can't remember, but it was on a call.
Oh, man, Chance was this guy we met because he called and somebody had his guitar and equipment in a pawn shop, and I helped him get it out.
Years ago.
We got it out for him. And he was so good. One of the best guitar players. I put him up there with Bonamasso. I mean, this guy was like a soloist.
I don't know if I'd go there.
No, I would. Mark, did you actually hear him? Seriously.
Not really. Actually,
okay. Not really. If you do.
A couple things in studio.
Okay. 303-713-8255. So, Rick, what right now do you want us to do, if anything? Because your car is there, you're waiting. I think we just wait, right?
Are you talking to me again, Tom?
Yes, Rick. We just wait, right?
Okay. Well, I was looking for what I should do. I've called the manager so far, the Jiffy Lube. Like I say, I'm confident that they left the lug nuts loose because they had all my tires off.
What you said,
and I
we
haven't
told
driven
you
it.
SOS inspections for the inspection. So get that done first. They'll know if it was sheared from being loose or something. He will know. Or he'll, really, you need to do some kind of forensic analysis. John, what's happening with you? John?
Sir.
Yes, you're selling a condo.
Oh, no, yeah, it's... Gee, off speakerphone here. Yeah, no, we're selling the condo.
Yeah.
And it's sold, but I've got an unruly tenant.
What do you mean unruly?
Oh, he's just pissy.
Well,
And,
okay, so I don't understand. You have a tenant. Now, are you saying you're selling this as a rental? The new owner wants to rent it out too?
No, just selling it straight up.
Okay, so what does a tenant have to do with a sale? The new owners are going to live there. You won't have a tenant anymore.
Yeah, well, he just won't leave.
Well, first of all, did he have a lease?
We had a verbal agreement, and...
Well,
yes,
verbal agreements are month to month with a 10-day notice.
Not if he's not the owner anymore, right, Tom? He did say it's sold already.
Yeah, but it was month to month with him on a 10-day notice. Now it's month to month with the new guy. Well, the new guy didn't even agree to that. Just evict him, John. Now, hold on. The buyer knew what he was getting into, right? John, did the buyer know that the house was occupied?
Yes.
Okay, so let the buyer evict him. The buyer must have known he was going to have this problem. He closed on the property, right?
Not just yet.
Okay, then you are the owner. Evict him. That's what you do, John. You have to evict him.
Yeah, no, I've already posted
Excellent.
Stuff.
Excellent.
And he's bitching that it's his parole officer.
Okay, hold on a second. Just hold on a second. I don't understand why there is a problem. You're allowed to evict him, period. End of story. Hold on, we'll talk about it. What the hell?
I love it when they throw in a parole officer. It always makes so good.
So the banners, the way I do is, you probably know about
Keep that
radio.
I'm going to run downstairs.
That's just going to be good radio. I can't wait to hear that one.
Trying to pull this
What
up.
gets me is these people that won't hire an attorney.
Well, a lot of times it's not worth it, you know?
Yeah, it's money. Money.
Yeah. But sometimes it costs you more money not to hire an attorney.
Sure.
I mean, this could kill a condo sale.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm sure that's what they'll end up telling them anyway.
You get fixed, Mark. You're going to be way behind us.
What's that?
I
Are you?
waiting for this to be
Yeah, we'll see.
I used to see them.
We're seeing more of is these curbless showers. Where people want us to install curbless showers now.
It's twice as big, space-wise.
Where the whole bathroom floor is just the...
When you walk in the bathroom, then there's no curb. You walk in your shower and it has a slight angle down. Yeah. A lot of people don't want curbs anymore.
Yeah.
And then they don't want the shower doors. So they just want an opening.
That I've seen a bunch of. I saw that in Vegas a lot. We'd still see the curb, but just open, you know. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't feel like either one of us talk about what we do. That's kind of the nature of this.
Is facing 7 charges in total. The most serious of those is murder. For that, he could potentially face life in prison.
So you still own the hotel then?
Yes, it's a sleazebag motel.
Is it?
Where is it?
In Longmont. Yeah. We are the lowest priced motel in town.
Well, it's not a sleazebag.
Probably.
Really?
You know, we don't get people from out of town. We don't get travelers, visitors.
So is it just like week-to-week rentals and stuff, a lot of it?
We're allowed to rent by a week,
Okay.
but not by the month. But we get people in distress,
Gotcha.
drinkers that have problems,
That's gotta be
people who
tough.
got drug
Isn't that
problems. Not if you have the right manager.
Oh, okay. You must have to have a real good one and stuff. So.
And she used to be a former druggie and alcoholic.
Lays
So
on the
she-
line. And
Yeah, she recognizes things that I would never recognize.
really, I agree. A motel, it is management.
Mhm.
But,
We evicted somebody because she did a room check and they had like 10 packages of steel wool. And I said, okay, they like to refinish furniture, so we're evicting them. She says, oh, no. When you sell some coke or crack, you pull out a little piece of steel wool and give it to them with it. Because if they put the steel wool in the pipe, they can light the steel wool with a match and it burns it like
very fast, yeah.
very hot. Because it's metal burning. And it'll vaporize the drug.
Oh, jeez.
I know. I didn't know that.
Holy cow. And then they huff it then? Or
Yes.
what do they do?
They puff it through a pipe.
But you get that metal.
Do you think a coke dealer or coke user or crack worries about that metal in their lungs?
You're probably right there.
It probably tears up their lungs and their their teeth and all that stuff.
Oh, dude, that is killing it. And that's just it. You buy something, you don't even know what you're ingesting, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever the guy's not like it. Wow. That's what they do. Steel wool.
What? For what?
When they do coke or crack or whatever, they put it with steel wool.
Yeah, we evicted somebody out of our hotel.
Why steel wool?
Because it catches fire with a match. And it burns hot enough to vaporize coke and crack.
Steel wool?
Oh yeah,
That's gotta be pretty bad for you. Just
that's what we were just saying.
So when you draw it up,
Do they take care?
the steel comes with it?
Yeah, you stuff that in a pipe and then you can start it with a match.
Oh.
And it's
I
burns
see.
hot
It's
enough to vaporize.
But do you inhale the steel?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Jesus.
The vapor. That's what you always
Coke
said.
and crack dealers don't care.
You think they care?
Or users.
Would you be willing to try this so we can expose how negative it is?
Have me do a before and after?
When you go blind in one eye and your tooth falls
Your
out?
tooth fell out. This is what happened. I was okay before.
And there wasn't even crack. It was pure steel wool.
And not only a big selection of models and makes, but a big selection
Meth mouth is crazy.
vehicles all the way up to
Yep.
So why do they lose? Look at it. Why do meth people lose teeth?
selection when it comes to lenders.
Because it breaks down the enamel. It
Is that
destroys
what
your
it does?
teeth. Yeah.
Pricing, better trade-in values.
Fuck, man, it's all chemicals.
And they smoke that, right? They smoke meth. Is that right?
I think meth's always smoked. Maybe they shoot it. No, I don't think so. You don't shoot meth. I think you smoke meth.
No, you can. Wait,
You can
I actually don't know what the fuck.
Cocaine,
I mean, I
I
thought
think
you
you
can.
can
You sure
shoot
you can't shoot it?
I'm not sure. I
Now,
typically just smoke.
how big is your house?
2200?
How do you keep it? Just well insulated or what?
What do you mean for that?
For cooling.
For with the fan?
He's got the fan.
Because I run it all night long to cool down the house, and then I do it like every 3 hours for a half hour to run it through there and from the basement, just from the basement. And during the day, from the basement.
You know what a whole house fan is?
I got 2 of them installed in my house.
Yeah.
And so that's like say.
Do you have an attic fan running though?
No.
That could be one of your problems. The attic is horrible, man. They'll get up to 100, 110.
Okay.
Oh,
Good point.
But you have a whole house fan?
I got 2 of them.
Okay.
Ours is 4,400 square
Okay.
feet.
So you suck it. So during the day, I just don't have the basement windows. I let it suck through the basement, like every 2
I hadn't thought about opening the basement windows. That's a good point.
Oh, it's nice and cool. And then you'll by having that whole house fan, your shingles will be better. Your shingles will love you.
Okay.
No, it's really because if you.
But if you don't have the hot air coming out of your attic, man, you're not going to cool that place off.
Okay.
What's that?
That would be better. Yeah.
He's got a whole house fan, but he's got no attic exhaust.
Oh, well, that's just pressurizing your attic. it's not a good idea, actually, because what it's going to do is have...
In either case,
it's going to be better than nothing, but it really is going to be bad on your...
You could put in a solar attic vent.
Bad on your attic, on your shingles.
You have to have this in your attic.
Well, vents.
Yeah, so
I don't have an attic.
Right, that whole house fan is going.
You don't need an attic. Where's your whole house fan installed?
We have one on each end of the home.
Right.
You understand,
on the top floor?
You understand.
It's only a ranch.
A ranch house.
You understand that an attic fan to exhaust out of the attic, you don't need when you have a whole house fan. As long as you have enough, what do you call it?
Vents.
Vents and stuff,
Yeah, because we have vents all the way around.
I think, fine. I mean,
we're like right down the center.
And you notice a difference when you use that whole house fan, don't you?
Yeah, it helps cool it down.
Yeah, but he's saying, how is Dan keeping his to 74?
I was out running.
I have no idea.
Like I said, during the day, it's strictly basement. It comes from the basement, like every half hour or so.
And he has,
at night,
it sounds like he has windows open.
So in a half hour,
he does for sure.
So it goes off and then comes back on.
Yeah.
So it takes about a half hour for the air to cool back down from the fresh air. Okay. So the earth is actually cooling your home. You have an earth tube. No, you do. Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. 303-713-8255. Renew Home Innovations. This hour brought to you by them. They do the best bathrooms in the business. If you're looking, well, I say it's high end. It is high end. They say we have good, better, best. But even the good is good. All done by Kohler stuff. They're called like the Kohler guys. Renew Home Innovations, especially this new shower with Serica or pure porcelain panels. They're beautiful. 303-904-2000. 904-2000. RenewHomeInnovations.com. I'm a consumer advocate. We talk about good stuff. We talk about bad stuff. We talk about stuff in between. And you have my word on this. I will never, ever, 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 ever promote anybody that we do not believe in and use personally, or know people who use and do our due diligence. And if ever you hear anything advertised on this show that you have a problem with, you call me. You see, you don't get that with any list in the entire world. We're the only ones that truly get results. In fact, we have handled more complaints on the other lists than ever. And we are like their PR department. We have some guests from our referral list. John Martinez, Family Carpet One in Longmont. And then we have Steve Stunts, a manager over at the Wall Rebuilders, who do original plaster and plaster restoration. They're like the plaster gurus, and they also do, regular wall repairs, drywall. Okay, what's going on?
Look at 3.
Look at 3.
It's Chance.
Chance? Okay, how did we get... We were talking about Chance. This is a guy...
He listens all the time.
He lives in a van down by the river, and this is truly... He called the first time we got it, helped him get his stuff out of a pawn shop, his guitar, and then he came in and played for us. And I thought, this guy is one of the best. But for some reason, we lost total...
Suzanne remembered why.
We lost total communication, and one of the things I must mention, he always has maintained a job in addition to his guitar playing. He just chose to live in his van. But, Suzanne, you remember why he stopped talking to us?
Chance told me. He reminded me.
Is it me?
Yes.
Oh, there's no way I could have offended him.
He's fine.
All right, Chance. Chance.
How's it going today, Tom?
Good. Now, listen, man, are you still in your van?
I love the van. I'm actually at a beautiful shop here in Longmont, All American Auto, and they're actually working on my van. They do wonderful work. They're doing some fluid changes, and I wouldn't take it to anyone else. What's going on, Tom?
So he just called and got his discount just now. Hey, Chance, I want to know, why did you stop calling?
Oh, dude, I still like you, but remember, we just got into a very superficial argument about chemtrails.
Oh, my God. I offend a lot of people on that. So
yeah, you know what? It's no
you don't have an open mind on it.
I have no. Go ahead, Chance.
I've been playing a lot, and my guitar chops are up to high levels. I have a gig this July 5th at the venue. It's going to be fun, man. I'd love to come back into the studio.
Where's the venue? Come back in the studio anytime you want. You can work it through Suzanne. I'm telling you something.
Where is the venue, though?
The venue is right off Highway 36 in Pecos, and it's a great place. I'm opening up for a live band, and I'm just doing my solo act.
Our guy in studio goes down there and plays, right?
Have you played in there?
Cool. That's cool.
I haven't, but a couple of members of my band, they go play there regularly.
So
Great, man.
I like, man, I mean, your guitar playing is spectacular. Mark doesn't remember, but I'm telling you, I put you on the level.
Well, you'd never let him play long enough.
Yeah, well, we have a show. I put you on the level of all of these top solo acts in guitars, but where do you honestly assess yourself?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a hack, but I love Joe Satriani, and I love Tosin Abazai from Animals as leaders. And I'd love to play with you, Tom, because I know you're a great drummer as well.
Great is, I would say, is all relative. You know, I have no idea what I would play like. I mean, I haven't touched my drums in so many years. It's a shame. It really is. And you think you're just going to get there and everything's going to come back, but maybe it doesn't. So, Chance, I still have the weird muscle, though. I never went away. That weird wrist muscle. I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Chance. Justin just damaged his rental, and then John is selling his home. The tenant won't leave. We left off with him, and Ed wants some advice on moving out. So let's go to John, since we left off with him last hour. And John said the tenant won't leave. He's still your tenant because you haven't closed yet. The buyer knows you're having a little problem or not?
Yes.
Okay,
and
so
he's chit-chatting with me right now that it's going to take an act of Congress to get him out.
No, hold on. Who said that?
This gentleman.
It's not going to take anything. It's just an eviction. There is no such thing as impossible. If you do a true eviction and you go through the legal process, they will remove him forcibly. It'll be done, and his stuff will be put on the street. So I don't understand why you think it's not going to work. Is he Superman?
No, he's not.
Okay, John, why, seriously now, why does he think he's above the law when it comes to an eviction? Does he think he has some kind of unique argument that's never been heard before? What will his argument be?
Yeah, you know what? He came from a halfway house.
Yes.
And he just feels like he's being a squatter.
He's being a what? A squatter. So John, listen. It's a civil matter. Did you give him notice officially?
Oh, yes. He has the paperwork in his hand right now.
Now, so you're going through the process. Did you get an attorney to help?
No.
Well, you should, but it's not impossible to do on your own. When is the hearing set?
There is no.
You didn't do an eviction,
right
John. John, you didn't. You're not doing an eviction. See, you really don't have any idea what you're doing, do you?
Well, I live in Littleton, Arapahoe County.
Yes.
And I've
You gave him his 3 days notice, right?
Oh, yeah.
You don't contact the sheriff. You go through the eviction. The sheriff is at the end. John, do yourself a favor, and I mean this sincerely. Hire an attorney, or you're going to get your ass handed to you. Because, just hire an attorney.
Siglian.
After you give your 3 days notice, you file for a lawsuit to evict. It's a lawsuit to get back your stuff, to get back your house or your apartment.
Okay.
And that lawsuit is a summons to appear. There's all kinds of rights you have, but you got to do it quickly. I don't understand why this guy believes he has some kind of special right. Is he paying?
Well, you know what? I raised the rent.
No,
he's not.
When was the last time he paid rent?
Oh, back in June.
Okay, so July's rent's due when? Now?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead.
The rent went up.
Okay. Did you give him 10 days? Hold on. Did you give him 10 days notice?
Well, once again, yes. I filed all the paperwork, and he's holding on to it right now.
No, I'm talking about 10 days notice for the rent increase. You really don't know anything about being a landlord. That's your problem, John. A verbal month-to-month requires 10 days notice. Did you give him 10 days notice?
Yes.
How'd you notify him?
Verbally.
You didn't notify him. Okay.
Contractually.
Well, how'd you contractually notify him? You can't contractually notify anyone because the contract says that they sign it and you sign it. Do you mean you give them written notice?
Yes.
Okay, good. Please hire an attorney, John. The eviction process can get complicated. It won't if you're done correctly.
Okay. Well,
it's just because you're going to make some money on the sale, right?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, great. Then you can hire an attorney. Why do you say Brandon? Why do you recommend him? Because he does them really well?
He's one of the few I know that does them, but he only represents landlords now.
Okay, and he's not on the referral list because of that, right?
Because of that, yeah.
Okay, so Brandon Siglian, 303-713-TALK. Ed, what advice do you need, sir? What's going on, Ed?
Hi there, Tom.
Hey.
Long-time listener.
Well, thank you, man. What's going on?
It's been a few years. I'm just leaving my condo, and I was wondering what I'm all liable for. I was there for over 5 years.
Okay.
Someone before that, so I understand. I think it's the carpet that, she's not going to charge us for, and she's going to have it painted and stuff, and
well,
some dings on the wall, and I went around with some...
this is the rub. Normal wear and tear is not chargeable, and the longer you're there, the less damages you have, believe it or not. Damages would be a gouge in the drywall, redoing the drywall or painting. They shouldn't have to redo drywall, but repainting is not damage unless it's the paint, like is marred or graffitied. Now it sounds like
carpet cleaning.
Yeah, it sounds like you have someone reasonable, right?
Yeah, she's pretty fair. She's been pretty fair with us. I was wondering about the linoleum in the floor in the kitchen.
What about it?
It's the real cheap one. It's a cheap kind, and we stained it like as soon as we moved in. We stained it. So
I didn't know I didn't know they could be stained, John. John is with Family Carpet One in Longmont. Carpet One Floor and Home. What does he mean stain it? I mean, I thought that doesn't absorb anything.
Most of it doesn't stain at all. Most times your stains come from the bottom. They come from underneath, which is water creating mold and discoloration.
Underneath.
Correct.
But what do you mean you stained it?
It's a red stain, and you know what? The house is from 1976, so I don't know if it's the original one. It's the tannish one with like a diamond kind of print on it.
Okay, it's got a print, so it came off a roll. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Does she notice it? Is it noticeable?
Oh, heck yeah. Yes.
I don't think, listen, if that stuff is from the 50s or 60s, you don't have to replace it. You pay for a portion of it.
Okay.
I mean,
here
is what you're responsible for, whatever you took from her. If you took linoleum that was 10 years old, then you only owe for linoleum that's 10 years old. If she buys brand new linoleum, and let's say, I'm just using these numbers, they may not be accurate. Let's say the linoleum had a 20-year life, the linoleum. Now, or the vinyl. Let's just call it vinyl. That's what it is. Now, if it had a 20-year life and 10 years you took from her, you owe her how much? 50%. 10 is 50% of the 20-year lifespan. So it's the old analogy. What do I owe in damages, or what is owed to me? How do you know? It's whatever you had left. If you were eating an apple, you ate half of it, somebody stole it from you or knocked it out of your hand, they owe you what? A half an apple. But you wouldn't believe how many people think, no, I wouldn't have had to go out and get an apple to begin with. They owe me the whole apple.
This report is sponsored by Revive Water Saving Fertilizer and Soil.
That girl that they just found dead, she was...
Fix it long.
To celebrate she was going to sugar daddy websites, I guess.
Oh, she wanted a rich guy?
Seeking arrangements.
I didn't see her. No, I'm just...
Horrible for the family.
Now, wait a minute. It's a joke. I shouldn't be joking about a young lady. So, wait a minute. Didn't they arrest a boyfriend or something?
Oh, they found the guy.
Older dude.
Was he...
He was a complete... He's probably a serial killer.
Wasn't he the one that was trying to get somebody to
put
change his
hooks
house?
and shit in his basement?
Oh, no, a secret room.
Secret rooms with hooks.
Right.
Is that the craziest thing you've ever heard of?
Jeffrey Dahmer's up there.
Yeah, I don't know. Who doesn't have a secret room?
Okay, guys.
You going?
You're one of the few.
We're on. You heard me talk about Fix It 24/7. The $39 people, because you call them for $39, they come and find any problem, no matter how long it takes. And then if you have the work done, they will apply the $39. But now I have something. What about a free call charge? That's for any second opinion on a major repair. Someone says you need a water heater. Someone says, you know what, you need a new furnace. You need this, you need that. Your panel needs to be upgraded. They will come free of charge and give you an estimate and give you an honest second opinion. In fact, what I love about second opinions, they absolutely can't be beat. You can't lie with a second opinion, because if you say you can beat it, you got to be able to beat it. So there's never a loss for the consumer with free second opinions. Fix It 24/7. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com.
You know what they say about second opinions?
Thank you, okay.
No.
What's that? What's funny?
Me.
No.
Hey, this guy is is asking, did the missing $10 million from Don Eiley ever surface?
No, he's got it stashed
It
somewhere.
says the court document said money has been placed in pensions.
Who's it? QC.
They sure did.
On again. QCColorado.com. All of us here were talking about our Whole House fans. I just had the QCColorado.com installed one a couple weeks ago. Already I've noticed savings because, well, I haven't had a bill yet, but I have only been using my air conditioner about a third of the time. What about you? Don't you want to be cool? Don't you want to bring in that cool air in the morning and in the evening? Do you want to get the hot air out of your attic? Preserve your roof longer. Make your house more comfortable, and your air conditioner works less. Now, Dan doesn't even use his air conditioner hardly, and I find that hard to believe. And then, you know, John Martinez, who came down to visit from Carpet One Floor and Home, family Carpet One Floor and Home, he uses. Don't you love your Whole House fan?
Yes, it works extremely
The
well.
concept is unbeatable. There are some better than others. Here's why I endorse QCColorado.com. Okay, here's why. First, impeccable reputation. Second, they specialize only in this and do nothing else. Third, what I like is the QC itself, the quiet cool, because they remotely mount the motor with a very short, flexible duct away from the opening in your ceiling on the top floor, so you don't hear it. You just hear the gentle noise of breeze coming through. They recirculate the air in your home, bring in fresh air exchanges 6 times an hour. It's wonderful. QCColorado.com, 720-398-4510. Okay, I did that on purpose because it's a noon hour and I need a lot to, I have a lot of partial spots. Okay, send that to me, thanks.
So John, is yours on a timer?
Nope. No, I have it just on a dial so that I have to manually.
Mark, second opinions, man. They said I want to do. They said we want to do it, and I said okay. So with second opinions, what the hell? Now one of these people, they'd have to be able to say, yeah, we can beat it. Then you got to beat it. You've got to beat it.
I haven't talked about the fact that exhaust in the attic.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
And it really.
What are companies doing? That you know, you get some schlock and give me a bid. Do they need? What do they do? What do you think?
Why can't they do mine? And I think because
take a loss on some of them just to get it.
Preserve the shingles so much better, even though we all have hail. So.
Yeah, but not if you have a cement roof. What? What are you laughing
This is not them. Hi, Tom Martino. You're a troubleshooter. John, welcome to the show. What's going on in your life? Oh, wait. We already had John. I don't know why he's still on there. John is selling his home. The tenant won't leave. Ed wanted advice on moving out. By the way, whenever someone moves out, whenever you move out, take photographs as well. And then if I could, I would do a move-out inspection while I'm there with the person rather than waiting for their results.
How much was his deposit?
Ed, how much does she have of your deposit?
My deposit was $1,250.
And what was your rent?
It was $1,250 at the time, and now it's $1,450.
But he sounds like he has a good landlord. Now, you know, when I was a young man and I did not trust the landlord, and I dealt with some that were not totally above board sometimes, when I dealt with one like that, I said, okay, I'll be leaving at the end of the month. You can use my deposit as my last month's rent. And they'd get pissed and say, well, what if there are damages? I said, I'll pay for them. I really haven't. I didn't have to do that a lot, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Now, it is technically a violation of the lease, but you're leaving. Dean, this sounds serious to me. What's happening, Dean?
Yes, I had a lien filed against a piece of property for roofing, and we paid the bill in full.
Now, when you say a piece of property, is it? No, I understand, but I wanted to know specifically. Is it your residence?
No, right. Well, it was when we bought the roof, but my
that's
wife
what counts
died,
because
so I'm
that
renting
is
it out right now.
Well, if it was at the time, then it counts because lien laws protect only those for primary residence. And it's harder when you're a landlord. But this was your home. You paid in full. Why did they put a lien on your house?
Well, they put a lien on for $6,000 for unpaid roofing, I guess.
Well, why? Do you know what's the story on your roof? Do you remember? When was it done?
2015, I think.
And were you ever billed a balance?
No.
Did you ever go to court?
No.
Okay, do you remember any dispute whatsoever, or was it as simple as they finished and you paid?
Yeah, the roof was finished and we paid in full.
There was absolutely no dispute that you remember?
Not that I remember, no.
Okay, well, if there's no dispute and you paid, they either did it on purpose because they're scum or they made a mistake. I mean, what else could there be? Did you call them?
Yeah, but they only had so much time to take him to court. So if they didn't go and perfect the lien, it should fall off. He should be able to get it off.
Yeah. How did you find out about this lien?
Several years ago, we went to the county records and there was a lien against the property.
So why are you calling now? Have you found out about this several years ago?
Well, I found out from, I put some windows in my residence here, and I found out from Broomfield that there is a law now that if you acted in good faith and paid your bill, that they can't put a lien on it.
There's a... Hold on. Did you hear what you just said? There's a law that says if you act in good faith and pay your bill, they can't put a lien on it. There's no law. That's just the way it is. If you pay your bills, they can't put a lien. I mean, or it's a bad lien.
Well, they can.
Yeah, I don't even understand, Dean. What are you talking about? So you thought oh, I get it. You thought there was a new law that you could use to get that lien taken off, right?
Right.
Okay. No. I don't know of any new law, but maybe there's some kind. Here's what I do know. It doesn't matter. If you pay, they can't lien, period. And especially, you're talking about, there's a state law, and it's a Lien Protection Act, or I don't know if they call it that. But if you do work, here's what it says. If you do work on your primary residence, and you have a written contract, and you have paid in full, those three things, primary residence, written contract, paid in full. If you can show that, you have what's called an affirmative defense. That means if they try to sue you, it's an affirmative defense. It's already assumed you have defended it, and they throw it out. But I have to tell you something. There's nothing to stop people from clouding your title with a lien. And if it's costing you money, I don't see what it's costing you. You're not trying to get a loan. What exactly? Because it's going to drop off. It means nothing. He can never perfect it. He can never sue on it. He lost his opportunity. So, Dean, why do you care, first of all?
Well, it's on the county records that there's...
But why do you care? No one. Do you understand? He can never get the money.
Okay.
If you go to sell it, they should not enforce that lien, right, Mark? Or does it stay on there? I thought it dropped off.
You know, I don't know if it automatically drops off, but if they never took him to court, and this happened in 15, I don't think he's got any issue.
You need to get an attorney to do a quiet title action. They will just take and remove it based on your records. But here's what I want to know. Did you call the company and simply ask about it?
I've tried to find him, and all they give is a post office box number.
Oh, what's the name of the company?
American Roofing Supplies.
They're here in Denver.
Now,
They're,
wait a minute,
They're
wait a
a giant supply company.
Here's what's happening here.
The roofer didn't pay.
That's right. But and it wasn't his house at the time, or was it?
No, it was.
Well, then he's done. But it looks like they never perfected it anyhow.
Here's the deal. American Roofing Supply, Don Douglas is the owner, and they had every right to put it on if the roofer didn't pay them. But you can have it removed. And you simply do that by showing proof of payment.
Oh, okay.
I am positive that roofing suppliers get screwed all the time by roofers. That's why a lot of them require payment up front unless you're so well established, like Excel Roofing or something. Mark, what are you looking up? Are you looking up his title?
No, I'm looking at, you have to send the intent to lien. Then you have to send within 4 months, in some circumstances 6 months, actually file the lien from the last time you worked at the property. And then I think it's 6 months, you have to take them to court and actually win. That's what they still haven't done.
Right, which they've lost their ability to do that. And you said Ed still has some questions, Suzanne?
He had questions about the way he's been paying his rent. I'm not sure,
Okay.
Tom.
Go ahead, Ed. You had a question about your rent. What's going on? Ed? I don't think he's there. Dennis, what's going on?
Well, I'd like to give you some, I wasn't going to call, but I'd like to give you some feedback about the referral list.
Okay.
And
Can you hold on a sec? Because it's really important to me. But my board operator is going to come in here and shoot me if I don't do this.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630K.
I sent you 2 emails, Mark. One was on the Don Ivory thing, and the other one was, they said you misrepresented.
Just a heads up, Tom, Mark, that feedback on referral members is, he was trying to reach out for some drain cleaning and no one answers their phone after 6.
Good. Good.
So,
Okay, what did I do now?
I believe if enough people care,
You must, here, you want to read it? Still there.
No, I'm looking at it. Court documents.
No, that's Don Ivory. The second one.
Highway northbound
Oh.
Street remains closed between Spear and 12th Avenue.
You might even know her.
Investigating that early morning shooting. The weather forecast: thunderstorms likely today with a high near 82. Right now, mostly cloudy and 80.
No, they're absolutely lying.
30 K-How.
What's lying?
This person on my house, it's so funny.
Days Inn and Super 8. A great hotel by Wyndham is
Mark
closer
Major
than
It was 890,000.
direct.
So, Tom,
800 and I hope they're listening right here. It was
Have you converted
860 or
your,
890,000.
master
Sue
bathroom
Butler.
to a curbless shower?
Don't get your panties
What
in
is
a
that?
Have you
knot.
converted your master?
What does that mean?
That means when you walk in, it's a flat floor all the way into your shower.
Oh, I've seen those. How do they do that?
Listing?
Just by having enough tilt?
Just
What's
a slight
that?
tilt, but we have to.
No,
take
but they
that-
had it listed at
You can.
800
You actually have
and
to
I want
block
to say
between your, floor joists.
$850,000. I don't know
Why?
if she was a lister. I have no idea.
To support the very thin pan that we're
What's that?
putting in.
How would she know?
And then we
No
basically
idea.
make your whole floor waterproof. But a lot of people are going to that nowadays.
know.
Especially people
Older.
65.
I'm 65.
Yeah, me too.
And I just don't, I just never thought of it, but I've seen it.
Mhm. Yeah, a lot of people are trying to do that in advance in anticipation of 5 years, 10 years from now.
Mark, Jan said, Suzanne, I know I told you I don't like Mark, but
He's growing on me.
I get this all the time. That's what he says. He goes, but he's actually growing on me, and I
Did
actually
he say
like
that?
him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, I've developed a fondness for him over time. I said, oh, so have I.
He just says I didn't used to like him either.
Only took 25 years of marriage.
I don't think I've ever met this. You guys could get together and jam here.
Someday. Someday if there's time.
I'll bet you're busy. Playing 4 nights a week? Holy cow.
Can't believe how fast you are hunting and pecking on that.
I'm so pissed at this stupid bitch Sue.
Who? What?
She's saying that I lied over my advertisements I do for Frank Durant, that he saved me over $100. They had my house listed at $850 and I got it for $690. It's well over $100, you fucking say.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. In the studio with us, John Martinez family, carpet, one floor and home. That's in Longmont, and Steve Stunts from the Wall Rebuilders. How far north do the Wall Rebuilders go? Yeah.
We go up to Fort Collins, actually.
And how far south?
We'll go down to Colorado Springs.
Oh, man, you got it covered, then that's good.
Yeah.
303-713-TALK. Let's talk. Now, Dennis says he has some feedback for us. Okay, Dennis, go ahead, sir.
So I wasn't going to call Tom because I'm still ticked off about an experience I had Saturday night, but you ran an ad just a little bit ago about referral list feedback.
Yes, of course. It wasn't an ad. I was talking about it. Yes, for sure. I love feedback, so talk to me.
So Saturday evening, my wife noticed standing water in a floor drain in the basement.
Saturday evening, water. Okay.
So, and this was late Saturday evening. So went to the referral list and tried to contact 6 to 8 of your referral list members about getting this main line opened up Saturday night.
Well, I mean, I imagine, now I don't know for sure, but Saturday after 6 might be difficult because they're on a weekend, plus it's after 6. Even the ones that have weekend hours would close, but I would think that each one of them, I'm not sure, but each one of them would have an emergency number. Are you there?
Yeah, the number that was listed didn't even get answered, except for one. And they refused to do it until the middle of the week. So I went to Craigslist.
Hold on. Well, refuse. Okay, refuse might be a word. They're saying they can't get there till the middle of the week, right?
Right, which means that they don't understand drain cleaning.
Well, did you want an emergency call?
Yes, and I got one from someone other than your referral list.
Who is it who said, well, did they, the one you called, did they I mean, I'm not going to fault anyone for not doing emergency calls unless they promise emergency calls. I had someone on my referral list who said 24/7 call emergencies, right? We handle emergencies. And it was exactly this situation. I called. They were on my referral list, and I called. I forget the name of the company now, damn it, because I kicked them off. I called and said, when can you get to me? In fact, this sounds like deja vu. They said, well, we can't get there till after the weekend. I said, well, you say that you do 24/7 emergencies. I said, are you actually backed up right now? You don't have anyone until Monday? And they said, no, that's when we open. And I said, well, but what is emergencies 24/7? I thought it was false advertising. So I need to know if anyone is misleading you saying that they provide emergency service and then you said they refused to. If you asked for emergency service. If you just said, I'm seeing some standing water in my drain, I think I need to get it looked at right away, they may not share your sense of urgency. But it's different if you had a broken main or something is really going on. I don't know how they judge emergencies. See, I wouldn't call yours an emergency if there was some standing water in the floor drain. But some other people might. And Dennis said they don't understand drains. So Dennis might be implying that if you know anything about drains, any standing water would be an emergency. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that the party that I did contact off of Craigslist, who was kind enough to answer the phone, diagnosed it over the phone. We realized that I had a mainline clog, and
well, I don't know how he could tell that over the phone, but that's great. So you called to tell me what? That the people who are advertising emergency service, I want to know specifically, are not providing emergency service in a clear-cut call where you said you had an emergency. Now, if that's the case, they may have said, what is your emergency? And if you said, I have some water, some standing water in the drain, and they didn't feel that was an emergency, then I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I'm not, if I say I'm going to provide emergency service and somebody says they have a dripping kitchen faucet, I would refuse to go. But I don't know what the situation was, but all of them record the calls. That's why I want to know who refused to come until Wednesday on an emergency.
I don't remember because I didn't write it down, but they were the one exception to your referral list. The other 7 referral list members did not even answer the phone.
But that's after, okay, but it's after Saturday. I mean, it's after 6 on Saturday. They didn't answer the phone. There are many businesses that don't answer the phone. I truly don't understand unless it was it an emergency line? That's what I need to know, Dennis.
Yes, if my main line's clogged,
Dennis, give me the name. Dennis, I asked you a question. If you called the main number of any one of our plumbers after 6 on Saturday and they don't answer, I don't care. Unless they advertise emergency service and you call that emergency number and they don't answer. Who can fault people for not answering their phone on a Saturday after 6?
Well, Tom, I'll put it this way. If they're advertising drain cleaning and emergencies do happen...
Dennis, you're dancing. Dennis, you're dancing. Listen, you just said this. If they're advertising... No, this is what you said. If they're advertising drain cleaning and emergencies do happen, no. Do I believe that all of our drain cleaners have to be available 24/7? The answer is absolutely not. Unless they provide that service, then they better provide it. If they say emergency service, and here's the number, or call our main number or whatever, but you're never, ever giving me specifics. You're dancing. You don't even know the name of the company. And all I'm asking is this. What did they do wrong by not answering the phone on Saturday evening after 6? What did they do wrong?
If they're advertising for drain cleaning and they're not even going to answer their phone to find out if it is an emergency, I'm not going to use them for anything else.
Well, Dennis, you're a nut, because here's why. Who the hell cares if they... Here's what he said. He said they should answer to find out if it's an emergency. They're not required to do emergency service. Dennis, seriously now, I'm really serious. If they don't promise emergency service 24/7, why should I be mad at a plumber or a drain cleaner who turned their phone off at 6 o'clock on Saturday? Why would I be upset with them? Why? Are you real? Are you
drain cleaning emergencies?
But if they don't provide, but Dennis, I'm saying there may be drain cleaning emergencies, but they may not want emergency service. So what? They want to turn the clock off. They want to turn their phones off on Saturday. You, honest to God, are complaining because on a Saturday, you could not get a call back or an answer from people on the referral list. Is that what you're really complaining about?
Yes, with standing water in my basement.
Well, sorry, then you should call an emergency plumber. Again, Dennis, honest to God, is not hearing me. Here is what I'm saying. If people want to provide drain service, if people want to provide ambulance service, and they say what their hours are, I don't mind whatsoever. No one has to provide emergency service unless they want to. If they advertise emergency service, then I feel they should better answer the phone and provide emergency service. It's that simple. But I don't care if 99.9% of all of our plumbers turn their phones off after 5 o'clock if they want to. It's up to you to decide who to use at that point. But I'm not going to dictate to people they got to keep their phones on for Dennis. His reasoning is this. If they're in the drain cleaning business and emergencies do happen, they better be available, even if they're not promising emergency service. Am I the only one who sees how stupid that demand is? Now, Dennis, no one broke a promise to you. No one gave you poor service. You know what? Customers like you are nightmares. They're nightmares. Okay, Mike, you have a comment. Go ahead.
It's a rant, Tom. You're not hearing that guy. If I call somebody up for emergency service and they claim emergency service, they better answer my telephone call.
Mike, did you hear anything I said at all?
I did.
That's
I heard
exactly.
every single
That's
word
exactly.
Of it.
Then I
don't
said.
think you're not hearing the guy.
Mike,
you're not hearing what's going on.
Mike, did I say your exact words that if they advertise emergency service, they better well have emergency service? Dennis said it was not emergency service. He said it was a drain cleaner who did not answer, and he should have, because emergencies do happen. Did you hear that?
Yes,
okay.
I heard that. And,
if I'm in the drain,
hold
on. If I'm in the drain cleaning business, I'm in the business, and I decide that my hours on weekends, I don't have weekend hours, or I close at 5. If that's what I decide, tell me what I'm doing wrong.
If I call a veterinarian to come out and service my cattle because I've got a cow that's having a calf and it's not coming out, he better come.
Mike,
because
you didn't answer my question. If I'm a plumber, honest to God, I want an answer, and I decide my weekend hours, I close at 5. I make no promises about emergency service. I simply have 9 to 5 on Saturday. What am I doing wrong?
You are correct. You are correct. If the guy says, I close at 6 on Saturday, I close.
Now, hold on a sec. Hold on,
but
because
the way I understand
Dennis, I swear to you, if he said, Mike, if Dennis said they promise emergency service, it says emergency hours or emergency service, and they don't answer, I think they're wrong. But that's what I asked Dennis. Dennis, I'm going to ask you one more time. Did you call any emergency after-hours numbers or any companies that promise emergency service? Did you?
You're talking to Dennis, correct?
Yeah. Did you call Dennis? Are you there? So he's not there now. But Mike, he did not call the company
that he had. I was understanding that he had called because they say emergency service. That's what I'm understanding.
Nope, not one person heard that here. Not one. Here's what he said. I called all the drain cleaners on your referral list. Not one, only one of them answered and wouldn't get there till Wednesday. And here's what I said. Did they promise you or advertise emergency service? Here's what he said. If I'm in the drain business and emergencies happen, I better be ready. And I said, no. Did they advertise emergency service? Are they promising something they're not delivering? He said once again, emergencies always happen in the drain business. And I said, that's not what I'm asking. I am asking, did one member of the referral list advertise after hours or emergency service and not provide it, or refuse or not answer? Because if there's an emergency line and you don't answer that, and you're truly, if you truly don't do what you promise, that's a whole different problem.
This report is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. Let's start with a drive in the high country. Westbound I-70
anything
has
wrong with closing on weekends?
I just looked up 4 and 3 of them had emergency numbers.
Well, I want to know, because I really would get pissed. I called one time. That motherfucker said, and I said, it was backed up. It was an emergency. And he says emergency service.
Well, we know Fix It 24 has got 24 hours.
We walk out of our store all the time at like 4:15, 4:20. We close at 4 on Saturday. And we have people show up, and they get upset that we won't unlock the store and go back in. And I tell them, that's the beginning of my weekend. 4 o'clock Saturday, all day Saturday.
But you're open later on weekdays.
Stem cell therapy, Centeno Schultz. Dr. Chris Centeno started clinical stem cell therapy for humans. Yep, he started it. And this is the deal. He has clinics now associated called Regenex, or you can go to Centeno Schultz. Here's the good news. Centeno Schultz is right in our backyard. 303-963-9201. What else I love is that they provide free informational seminars, and if you're there, they'll do an MRI. Or they will, not an MRI. They're not going to bring the machine. They'll read your MRI, and then they'll do ultrasounds right there and evaluations. So it's the stemcellexperts.com. Let me make this clear. You're not going to get an MRI at a hotel room, at a hotel convention room when you go to one of their seminars. You will find out everything you need. And seriously, if you bring your MRIs, they will look at them, and they will do ultrasound while you're there. 303-963-9201, thestemcellexperts.com.
Tell you something personal. I take Metamucil.
And it's so amazing. It makes me want to tell strangers on the radio.
Did anyone notice I
Oh, I'm so pissed. What a dumb... I'm like, so... This woman says, how do I get on and do a commercial about Frank when the house was bought in my wife's name? That's what she fucking said.
That's one of the things.
Oh, my God.
So guitar player texts me, yell at that damn dentist.
Yell at that damn dentist.
Oh, good.
Who's the damn dentist?
Okay, guys. IconEyeCare.com. Icon, as in the epitome, the icon. ICON, IconEyeCare.com. The reason I'm giving that out, I don't want you to be confused. 866-GOT-ICON is the phone number. I don't want you to be confused when it comes to the very best eye care, and I'm very serious. They were the first with the low-cost LASIK. They maintain low-cost LASIK to this day. They charge for what they do. If you have regular LASIK, it's in and out, it's professional, it's ethical, and it is low priced. Now, if you have more complicated cases, they can take care of that. They can do cataract surgery, all eye conditions, and here's what I love, what I had done, the clear lens exchange, brand new lenses put in. They'll never yellow, they'll never get cataracts ever, and I can see perfectly 20/15 in both eyes. 866-GOT-ICON. They have several locations. I'm sure you can find one near you. IconEyeCare.com.
She was accusing you of gilding the lily.
She's a fucking moron. I'm going to call her out in a second, man. I need a minute to rant.
Okay, all right, you tell me.
Jesus.
But don't.
She's a moron.
Okay, I was gonna say, don't call her a moron.
She is. What a moron.
I get so frustrated with people.
My misleading advertisement on Frank Duran. Of course, she's a realtor, Sue Butler.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's what it comes down to. And the house was not purchased by Mark Major. It was purchased by his wife.
Which means she actually looked it up.
Of course, she's a moron.
She actually looked it up.
So I emailed her back. I said,
that's why she's looking at the prices, saying he didn't save you that much money.
He did. When I first looked at it, it was $850. I don't like talking about the price of my house on air, though.
I want to tell you something that happened.
I can't believe what a moron she is.
I gotta tell you something.
Certified moron expert.
I want to get your opinion on something that happened to me for real. I want you to, but I don't want to do it online. It's amazing.
I thought you were going
to... If it had anything to do with Sue Butler.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Let's get right to the phone.
Well, wait. I get some moron.
Okay, but that's going to...
It just takes a second. This moron, Sue Butler, some realtor out there, emails me. She doesn't like what... Because I love Frank Duran. And remember, she's a realtor.
But hold on. She's complaining because I got it. Group. What she's saying is that when you talk about Frank, you're not accurate. And when you say he saved you that much money...
He saved me over $100,000. When we first started looking at that house, I'm not going to throw numbers around, but it was well over 100 more than we first offered for the house. Second part, she goes, and Mark didn't even buy it. The owner is his wife. Yeah, no kidding, you dumb broad.
No, but
what a dumb broad.
I wouldn't say dumb broad.
Yeah, I will, because she's jealous of Frank Duran.
No.
That's all this comes down to.
Here's what
Call in any time, Sue Butler.
Here's what spooks me more than anything. She took the time to look up... She took the time to look up your records because she found out who it was titled in. Now that's a stalker.
Yeah, that's a wacko.
Yeah. Okay, so
Sue Butler,
hold on. I really want to take these comments, okay? Dean, you have a comment on emergency calls. Go ahead, Dean.
Hi. You talk about wackos and lousy operations.
Yes.
I'm going to give you an outfit that's the worst for non-emergency calls.
What?
The Aurora Police Department.
Wait. Are you serious when you say non-emergency? Of course, if it's non-emergency, it's non-emergency, right?
Let me see if this is an emergency.
What?
I've got a neighbor that has a dog that barks and barks and barks.
That's not an emergency.
Well, wait a minute.
Dean, I'm toward the end of the show. Bro, that's not an emergency, but let's get Dean on. Seriously now, I'm serious. Tomorrow. I just can't, I don't have the time right now. I want to get these comments in. Chris, what is your comment? Dean, seriously, get Dean back on. Okay, Chris, what's your comment on emergency calls? Are you there? Okay, I'll go to Justin. Justin, what is your comment on emergency calls? Oh, I'm sorry, you have something else. You want to talk about tenants damaging your rental?
No, not exactly. I was
okay, whatever you
living in a house. What?
Go ahead.
All right, so I was a tenant living in a house, and they'd already been living there for like a year and a half.
Okay, so, were you like a roommate?
Roommate, yeah.
Okay, so you moved in a year and a half into their lease. What happened?
Well, before I even moved in, one of the people who lived there, they drove kind of through the wall where my room is.
Let me get to this. Get to this. Are you being charged for damages you had nothing to do with?
It looks like it might come down to that.
Okay, are you out of that situation now or still living there?
Today's our last day. We're moving the rest of our stuff out, but the landlord did the walkthrough yesterday, and he basically said if the damages are more than what what's it called when you the security deposit,
right?
They said that they were going to sue us.
Okay, let me just give you this real quick, okay? Even if you didn't do the damage, if you signed a lease or signed something saying that you were renting it, usually these leases leave each party responsible for everything. So they don't have to collect from all three. They can collect from two. They can collect from one. They don't even have to divide it. If they can go after one guy who just won the lottery and get the whole thing, they're allowed to do it, usually. And here's another thing. If you signed it after the damage was done and you still agreed to it, then you're going to have to go after personally your roommates to try to get reimbursed, if that's the case. But, you know, if you want, we can have our attorney look at whatever you signed, Justin. But we're simply running out of time now. Tiffany has, and Richard, you have comments on emergency calls. We only have like 15 seconds.
Well, what I think is, what if he was out on another emergency call? And don't we have the right to refuse service to anyone?
Yes, we totally agree. Absolutely. But what we're saying is this. If you promise emergency service, you should better answer the phone. And you could have something saying, if we're not answering, we're on another call or something. But no, you're not required to offer emergency service, no matter what business you're in. I'm Tom Martino. Save all your problems for me.
I wish there was one button you could
hit. You guys did, but they're never like this.
You mean angry?
I listen to him all the time.
You got me going!
Yeah, what the hell's wrong with you?
He gets himself worked up a lot.
What's that?
God, I can't believe that lady. And it's in his wife's name.
No, that bothers me that she looked up at home.
The fact she looked it up.
Yeah, that's
a wacko!
She had to find out where you live.